Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? In our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I?
I booped the microphone. A boop. The vibe changed, my friends. The vibe change. What a week can do to a fella. Yes. 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 Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Producer Hayden on the keyboard doing the little clickety clacks. There's a few mouse activities in there, right? Yeah. There's a few. You gotta click the clock. Here, click something right now at random. Just show everyone you're real. Anything. Just throw something on the friggin' anything. Anything. You're making it look like you're fake. Ah, there is. There it, yeah. Lou Lamoriello promo right there, because Adam Wilde and Alan Walsh on Agent Provocateur interviewed Lou Lamoriello yesterday, and that will be uploaded, I believe, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Hayden? Tomorrow evening. Have yourself a Stevening this Sunday evening. Oh, and you're going to get a teaser clip for this interview at first intermission. Oh! It's good stuff. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. The stream is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like. Click subscribe. Yeah! Tell all your friends. Oh, it's a biggin. Man, we had a Toronto-Montreal matchup of, what was that, 2 weeks ago? The Leafs got their buns kicked in. It went not great. And I remember saying to myself, I'm calling for everyone's head. Everyone. If they lose the next game. And if I'm not mistaken, they haven't lost since. Or something close to it. It's 3 straight. 3 straight for the Blue Blanc. Ain't nothing. They're just blue and blanc. In the chat, Hollow Cryby. Welcome to SDP VIP ad free. That was you just threw a curveball at me right away. Super Moose Light. That's a great name. SDP VIP, welcome, welcome. Let's hope the Leafs can dodge the puck facials. Phrasing. Sherwin Bass. First stream in a while. Glad to be back. It's glad to have you back. It's glad. It's not really how the word glad works, but that's how I used it. Canadian Matt, I'm not nervous. You're nervous. No, you're nervous, Matthew. Can you drop the info for the Peterborough show? We'll put it in the chat. Are the tickets on sale yet? Oh, they're just looking for info? Yeah, I'm not sure that's a decent chunk of time in the future. I want to say that's over a month away. Heather the Avs fan starting things off strong with 10 times 2, 20 gifted SDPN membership. So, do you want to be an SDP VIP? There are some benefits. Here are the little ones. Your name is in green if you're an SDP VIP. So I see you in the chat. I know you're an SDP VIP. You also get bigger opportunities to screw around. You get fun emojis and stuff to use in the chat. Steve, that doesn't feel like enough. Well, how about this? If you become an SDP VIP, we do 3 episodes of the Steve Dangle podcast every week, right? Right? Well, if you're an SDP VIP, you get 4. On Wednesdays, we record a second episode after the initial Steve Dangle podcast episode. And it's usually about like whatever we want, really. Sometimes it's sports. It's usually pop culture, the news, just silly stuff. We have fun. It represents a little bit of kind of what the show was at the beginning, but obviously it's a little more refined now. It's good stuff. And if you're a VIP, that episode is, of course, ad-free. If you upgrade to SDP VIP ad-free on YouTube, all 4 episodes of the Steve Dangle podcast every week will be free. You can also become ad-free. It won't be free. It'll be ad-free. Sorry. You can also become an SDP VIP on Spotify and an SDP VIP on Apple. God, Kyle Bukauskas is friggin' handsome. You know what's so annoying? He's also tall. I don't know if that comes across on television. And he is very nice, producer Hayden. There's Sean McKenzie, not all that tall. He's about my height, maybe an inch taller, but ripped. Annoying. Who's the new guy in Calgary? Oh, they're about to throw to him? You're ahead of me? Or am I watching on a different feed? Oh, let's see. Who is this? Who is this? Corrupted, thank you for as an SDP VIP membership. I'm waiting for this new guy. Who is I recognize you. Brendan Parker. That's crazy. I went to school with a Brendan Barker. That's not him. I feel like I recognize that gentleman. Yeah, no, I've never seen that guy. God, that's got to be cool. The one thing I wish I got to do was do something live on hockey night. That's the one thing I wish I got to do when I was at Sportsnet. I was featured a couple times, like I was mentioned, but look at he's holding the mic perfectly diagonally. I would like to be in the proximity of one of the towels. I wasn't in the cards, and that's okay. Who knew instead of Brad, we just needed Steve to win. There you go. Also, happy for Avs content last SDPN. Need more. I know here's the problem with the Avs. They are not interesting. If that makes sense. They're almost every team in the NHL has some kind of drama associated with them. The Avalanche's drama is they're incredible. Like what? And that's not to say we only talk about negative stuff. Like sometimes it can be, whoa, look at this. Like I assume like a perfectly good Avalanche discussion to have on Monday, and maybe we'll have it, is like, is Nate the best player in the league now? Like year in, year out. Like Matthews deserved the Hart when he won it, right? And the discussion was, okay, he's the best player in the league this year. Is he the best player in the league? Well, year in, year out, there were other guys who won the Hart when Gretzky was in the league, but year in, year out, he was the best player. Oh, Hayden going is McKinnon the LeBron of the NHL, not McDavid. Okay, that's interesting. There's clearly the best player, but we're not going to give him MVP every year. See, that would be McDavid, though, I think. Yeah. How many MVPs does LeBron have? Like, I know, like, Kobe had, like, what, a one? LeBron is 4 or 5. Like, they never have as many as you think. Like, what does Sid have? 3? What does Ovi have? Like, best goal scorer of all time. Sid's the best player of his generation. Anyway, I think all that to say, the Avs are a wagon. Took Lorentz for first goal scorer. Let's go. I like that. Can Hildebeest get us through till February when Wool comes back? Whoa. Oh, okay. You said just joking. Oh, Berube said they expect Wool to be out a week today, which has been the kiss of death for the Leafs. The dreaded W word, week. Usually means a month. Cassie says, Steve! Hi, Cassie. On VIP, you spoke about the Samsung fridge again, and now I'm sure that I'll be looking into antique appliances in the future. May cost more, but at least we know they actually last forever. Here's the thing. Definitely won't cost more because that ridiculous fridge is like $5,000 or something stupid. Brendan Parker, you can't fool me. I know Kirk Cousins when I see him. What? Okay. They're twins? I don't know enough about hit like, by the way. There's 1,000 in here and under 200 likes. That won't stand. Montreal had a recent string of 5 straight games where at least one of their shots connected with an opponent's face. Well, I don't care for that. Too many Leafs have been injured too many times this year. Same with the Habs, frankly. Same with everybody. Nate on the ice for 41 goals for at 5-on-5. See, this is a crazy stat. McKinnon has been on the ice for 41 goals for at 5-on-5. Seattle has 39. Hayden can confirm that stat is real. That's bananas. The iCarly meme is evergreen. You're evergreen. Let me tweet this out. Let me tweet out the link. Oh, they got the tunes? They got the tunes going on Hockey Night. And that guitar cry. Goodness gracious. Now, bunch of exclamation marks. Yeah. 1,200 in here. 300 likes. Wow. Wow. Why don't you just say, I hate you, Steven? I don't value you as a person, Steven. Just, I think you're garbage, Stefan. Just go ahead. Just go ahead, man. The other thing about Kyle Bukauskas, can we see Jesse? Yeah, there he is. We saw him. He was on TV very briefly. The other thing about Kyle Bukauskas, it's very annoying. As someone who used to cut my hair would point out, a lot of hair per square inch. Kyle Bukauskas, outrageous amount of hair per square inch. He ain't going bald. Too much hair per square inch. Timorius had Stoller's, Wool, and Dostal as my fantasy goalies the last few weeks. Up to Dan Vladar. He started well. And Hildeby to save me. He's also been pretty good. I'm not hopeful. Well, start it. Corrupted. All this Avalanche talk. Love it. Also got the Spotify video from the SDPN channel. Watching both YouTube and Spotify to support both sides. Great video. Thank you. Yeah, if we were in your Spotify Wrapped, there was a little special video that played for you. I've only ever got that once. I didn't get a video at all this year. I got one last year for Paul Russell. Do you know who Paul Russell is? He's an artist. I don't even know. You got 2 this year, producer Hayden. Here, let me explain Paul Russell real quick. So he has a song that so there's a lot of Kids Bop played in my house. 2 kids. And you don't always want to listen to that. So you try to find a song with no swearing that your kids actually like. And there's a song, "You're my little boo thing. So I don't give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell them I'm next. Tell them you found a little something too fresh. I know." You know that one? So we played that song about 100 times. Leo would just be like, again. He'd be like Herb Brooks. Like the song would finish. He'd just go, again. And we played it over and over and over again to the point where we were like the top 1% of Paul Russell listeners. Gary Hall, welcome to SDP VIP. I will gladly eat my prediction 4-2 Habs. How dare you? You would say that in front of me? Steve Dangle, here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. This stream is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. How dare you? Oh, it's a one anthem night. I just picture you cruising down the 401 listening to My Little Boo thing, which was not something I expected. Oh, like knowing all the words also. Got a little gold in the teeth and the beat goes up. Anyway. I've listened to it several times. Jakub Dobish in net for the Montreal Canadiens, a sparkling record of 9-3-2, but a sub 900 save percentage. Hildeby 1-2-1, but a 919 save percentage. Dobish has taken over the crease in Montreal because he's been better. Hildeby takes over the crease in Toronto because he's the last man standing. Two teams with something to prove. Habs not out of the woods, trying to improve on last year. The Leafs trying to improve on this year. Winners of 3 straight. Let's see how it goes. Puck is dropped. Habs dump it off the opening draw. Hildeby plays it. Touches the puck early. Habs accidentally chuck it all the way down into their own zone. Max Domi giving chase on Matheson. Steals the puck off of Matheson. Can't get a puck through to a friendly skate, though. Habs break out. Knocked off a stick by OEL. Here comes Suzuki. Team Canada hopeful. Down low. In front. Doesn't hit a stick. Tavares. As the Leafs change. Whoop. Gets it to Jake McCabe. Up the ice for JT. Beats his man. He's got Cowan with him. Oh, goes in front to McCabe, who whacks it just wide. Willie digging. He's slowed down a little lately. He needs a big game. I think he's going to have one. Stetcher. Down low to Willie, who puts it in front. No one touches it. Tavares. Willie gets in front, gets the puck back. Oh, tried to find Stetcher, but Ivan Demidov knocks it out of play. Jeez, that felt like I raised my voice a lot for a game that's only 1 minute and 13 seconds old. Do you grip your stick tighter knowing that you scored on the first shot 4 games in a row? I hope not. By the way, I know I grip my stick way too tight in hockey because my bottom hand is always sore for 2 days after I play. How pathetic is that? Habs get out. Oh, great stick by Benoit to break that up. That could have been something for Montreal. Francois Labelle said, go Habs, go. And I friggin' disagree. There's a good story request there, but it's got to wait. Bobby McMahon gains the zone, drives. He's behind the net. Waugh collects, feeds the point. It's Riley. Stops up, shoots. That one's wide, which is not an official shot on goal. So the streak lives. I love that we're all paying attention to this. It's so dumb. Yeah, they're talking about it on Hockey Night, too. Mike watches hockey badly. Welcome to SDP VIP. Hildeby out of his net to play it. Habs aggressive on him. Oh, dear. Way too much time and space behind the Leafs net. Riley on Veleno. Veleno feeds the point. On! That hits a body, and it's out. Scott Lawton has Robertson with him. He's trusting Robertson to win the race to this puck, and so does Dobish, who covers it up. Francois Labelle, everyone is talking Stamkos sweepstakes, but food for thought. Could he be at some point could he be at the same point as Gretzky in his last season? So here's what's amazing about Gretzky in his last season that a lot of people forget. He had 9 goals. That's what everyone remembers. He had 63 assists. There's a lot of guys who would kill to be Gretzky in their last season. There's a lot of guys who would kill to be Gretzky in their last season in their prime. He just happened to have the numbers of like an elite offensive defenseman. This is weird. Unreal that he fell shy of 900 goals. Like heading into that year, like what did he need? 15? He fell 6 shy. Yeah, he needed 15. Oh, yeah, he's going to score that. Didn't get there. Matthews feeds the point. They're cycling it. Oh, blown tire. Can the Leafs take advantage? McCabe whiffed on it. He's got to get back. Domi filling in for him. Caulfield attacking Stetcher. Loses the puck. McCabe off the boards and out. And this is going to be icing against the Leafs. 16:44 to go in the first. The squeezable lemon. Welcome to STP VIP. So, Steve, when you get a second, you tell the Bob Cole Kuhlman story again. So, I don't want to tell the uncensored version of this story. But a guy I went to school with, Ryerson with, was a little older, and he worked for CBC while he was in first year with all of us. And he got to hear Bob Cole ask about, oh, here comes Ivan Demidov. The shot, it's wide. Still no shots on goal in this game. Maybe this is an intermission story. Or a commercial break story. This is a commercial break story. They dropped the puck a lot quicker than I was anticipating. Cowan. All the way across ice to Riley. On! Dobish! Ah! No! The streak died! Dobish with a save. Say it was deflected. No! The Leafs had scored on their first shot on goal in 4 straight games. The streak ends at 4. Tristan Bongo, just want to say thanks for doing these streams. Adult obligations don't let my Leafs group get together anymore. These streams help a lonely Saturday. Mwah. Christian, let's give a stick tap to Christian. Does Crosby finish his career with 2,000 points? He's got a long way to go. He's got a long way to go. I'm not going to say outright no, but I'm going to put the odds at like 10%. He's got to stay so good for so long and just also not just decide to retire. Like, I think people forget about that. Could Crosby score 2,000 if he made that his mission? Yeah, of course. Is that going to happen? I don't think so. Whoa, in front! Oh, Dakota Joshua can't get the shot off. He's taken down. No call. He's knocked down again. No call. He didn't have the puck that time. Puck down the ice. That's icing against Montreal. 15-18 to go in the first. How didn't he get the shot off? What happened there? Is sort of passed into an awkward spot. Get that shot off, Dakota. 15, nearly 1,600 of you in here. Let's get over 500 likes. Get that up. Get it up, get it up, get it up, babe. That's what Rihanna's talking about in that song. It's the like count. Dobish covers it up. We'll get another face-off. Tell Haley that she needs to study harder. Haley, you need to study smarter. And harder. Feels like a must-win. I can't put my finger on why. Well, listen, they can't all be must-wins in December. Oh, boy. Oh, Willie. I'm surprised he didn't get a penalty there. But no, this, like, in the standings, this is very important. The other one was very important, too. There's a reason the Habs were where they were last time these two teams played, and there's a reason the Leafs were where they were. Riley. Willie. Stops up. Habs, holy smokes, they send that to space. It's bouncing in the neutral zone. Cowan comes up with it. Tavares gains the zone. Willie after it. He's a little late in his shift. Habs will break out. Caulfield. Oh, boy. Oh, good breakup from Lorentz. Up the ice to Lawton. Leaves it for Robertson. Runs into too much traffic. Another great defensive play from Lorentz. Habs gain the zone. And that puck goes out of play. Robert Bett, question for you. Oh, wait. Sorry, we're going into commercial break. Chat, who is getting the W tonight? 56% say Toronto, 44% say Montreal. A couple of weeks ago, that used to be worse. We'll take over 50%. Hey! Let's talk. Good job, Steve. Let's talk about Genacol. Joint stiffness doesn't care how old you are. A lot of people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and specifically 37, already feel tight knees. Okay, check. A stiff hip after training. Oh, thank you for only saying one. Or shoulders that don't rotate like they used to. I'm pretty sure I tore both rotator cuffs and did nothing about it. I always think whether I'm playing hockey on weeknights or running around with my kids that I don't need to worry about pain. But after I'm done doing those things, I realize, oh boy, was I wrong. Whether it's morning stiffness, tight knees after sports, or just mild aches throughout the day, these are signs that your joints need some support. And that's where Genacol comes in. Genacol is a proudly Canadian company, clinically studied and scientifically backed, and supports mobility and daily comfort. Genacol offers natural, clinically proven solutions to help you support your joints now, so you stay active longer. Head to genacol.ca, GENACOL.ca, and use promo code SDP25G for 25% off. That's code SDP25G for 25% off at GENACOL.ca. I couldn't help but chuckle to myself a little bit because you wonder if someone at Genacol was like, that guy looks old and sore. And all right, lucky guess. Stop from Hildeby. Nyes and Matthews get it out. And oh, Matthews, what a Gronk play. Matthews, oh, if he buried that. He swatted away Slafkovsky like a fly, and I think Slafkovsky took a penalty as well. Wow. Slafkovsky gets the gate for any number of things. Francois Labelle, last Habs Leafs game, I gave 5 SDPN memberships for each Habs goal. Do I break that record tonight? By the way, my folks have used Genacol for decades. There you go. Being a Monteleone boy, that's the town in Italy where my mom's family is from, would you buy a 90s Foggia jersey from their Serie A days with manager Zdenek Zeman? Or do you support another Italian team? My soccer experience is I played FIFA 2001 and I was always Juventus, but like I do research on Foggia. OEL, Willie, Leafs on the power play here. Cowan on the top unit. Shoot! Stopped by Dobish. He was given a little poke by Tavares, but he covers it up. 1:46 to go in this power play. Oh, Leafs go. Lawton is my glorious king. He is why we are winning. You might be right. I'm going to get to that Jose Calabero question when the action dies down. I also got to do the Bob Cole-Kuhlman story. Steve's next ad read is for mobility scooters. Come on, man. Yeah. Oh, if we did hearing aids next week, I could get some for my dad. I was over there today. Holy smokes. That guy's a 67-year-old drummer. How good do you think his hearing is? 67? He might be 68. If you were born in February 1957, how old are you? Easton Cowan gains the zone. Matthews passes to Willie. Holds on to it. In front. Finds Matthews. Matthews buzzing tonight. Cowan feeds the point. Matthews! Oh, he was looking for Tavares in front. Didn't quite find him. Willie on. That goes wide. Matthews can't handle the rebound. OEL gets it. Down to Matthews. Matthews tries to spin and get it to Cowan. Tries to get it to Willie. Willie on the boards. Ew! Oh, he got rid of Carrier pretty good there. Tavares in front. It's swatted away, and now there's less than 30 seconds to play as the second unit comes out. 20 seconds to go in this power play. Riley with it. Domi through the neutral zone to Nyes. Swatted off of his stick. Riley collects. Evans all over him. Get the entry, boys. Oh, Riley almost gives that away. Domi fixes the situation. Enters the zone. Penalty over. Robertson in front. Can't find his man. And oh boy, that pass didn't find anyone. They're lucky no Hab was there. As everyone will switch. Hey, Steve, what's your favorite? Who's your favorite Finnish player? Ooh. Does Leo Komarov count? He represents Finland. He's from Estonia, though. Neutral zone battle. 9 minutes in, the shots are 4-1 for Toronto. Benoit in a battle in the corner. Carrier. This Habs fourth line's been creating some problems here. Hudson in front. Doesn't find anyone. McMahon in the neutral zone. Carrier. Bolduc. Hard around. Read by McCabe. Matthews after Caulfield. Budnick says, go Leafs go. Let's kick the crap out of Montreal. Dobson to Hudson. Slaff. Hudson through the neutral zone to Slaff. Slaff. He finds his man. Doesn't get a good shot off. That was Caulfield. Oh, Suzuki can't get the one-timer. Leafs reeling a little bit here. Suzuki stopped by Hildeby. That was a sharp one. Nice. What a battle to get the puck. Trying to attack. Cleaned out by Matheson. Stays with it. Can't get it around Slav. Still stays with it. What a battle of strength there between Slavkovsky and Nyes. Domi collects at the blue line. Swatted away by Dobson. Oh, Dobson high-sticked. Is that going to get called? Yes, it is. An errant stick. I didn't see who it was. Shoot. Demidov through the neutral zone. Almost a break for Gallagher there. Tavares collects it, and the Leafs will head to the penalty kill. I guess it's JT. Judge him by his reaction. Didn't you go to the Hockey Hall of Fame with Komarov? You, my friend, are a fan. That was like 12, 13 years ago. Wow. Yes, I did. Commercial break. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. The stream is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Bird Scout, welcome to SDP VIP. Jakob, welcome to SDP VIP ad free. Why are 90% of the games going to OT? I think that's just an anomaly of the year. Robert Bett, question for you. Jose Caballero was traded mid-game from the Tampa Bay Rays to the Yankees while playing the Yankees. He had to get undressed, get his street clothes on, walk across the field and into the Yankees dugout. Has this ever happened in the NHL? I know about guys who have been traded mid-game. I know about guys who have been traded same day they were playing the team they were traded to. I've never heard of someone being traded to the team they were playing that day mid-game. That's crazy. I'm going to the Hawks-Leafs game December 16th. Makes me curious. What is the most memorable in-person Leafs game you've been to? Ooh. Well, I've been to some playoff games. I saw a Game 3 OT win against Washington in 2017. That's got to be up there. From when I was a kid, they had an overtime win over Tampa. I wrote about that in the book. Freddie Modine. Was it Freddie Modine with the OT winner or Alex Korlev? I'm almost positive both guys scored that day. Do you remember around the holidays of 2014 when you and Adam made up Steveativity for showing positivity around the holidays when segments around the Leafs were negative? I don't remember when we came up with it, but I do remember coming up with it. Demidov. Oh, man. Puck taken off a Suzuki stick. Oh, great job by Hudson to not allow the Leafs to clear. Demidov. This Habs power play can pass, man. There they go. That one-timer is wide. Play blown dead. Did Hildeby cover that up? This Habs power play is ranked 4th. Oh, it stopped in the post. Goodness gracious. 1,900 people in here. Let's get those likes up. Only 600 likes. Why do you hate me? Oh, funny bounce in front. Knocked away from Caulfield, but the Habs still have it. Suzuki. Down low. Oh, man, these guys can pass. Leafs get rid of it. 1, 2, 3 to go in the power play. Remind me about the Bob Cole story, eh? For intermission. Thank you. I don't want to forget. The game's exciting. The chat's exciting. The fans are excited. Sponsors are excited. Who remembers that bit? Lawton tries to take advantage of Dobish. Didn't work there. 8 minutes to go in the first period. 50 seconds to go in this Montreal Canadiens power play. Lane Hudson gains the zone with speed. Gets around Riley. Picked off by Lawton. Off the boards and out. 38 seconds to go in the kill. The last Leafs game I went to, Mike Commissaric got the OT winner from Montreal and Toronto. Holy cow. Do you guys ever talk to producer Chris anymore? Very infrequently, but that's not because I don't love him. He lives very, very far away. Last time I was in Vancouver, I did see him. We hung out. It was awesome. Dobson. Oh, thought about the one-timer. Dobson again. On through traffic, gloved by the enormous glove of Dennis Hildeby. 7:13 to go in the first period. 5 seconds to go in this Habs power play. Oh, Cassie's back on her BS. What do you call a snowman with a six-pack? An abdominal snowman. I knew what the joke was going to be, and I still screwed it up. If the Leafs start losing again, just up your win donations to $75. No! Okay, I want to make an impact. I don't want to go broke. Matheson, one-timer! Stopped. I don't know if that was a block or a save. Oop. Tavares back on the ice, but the Habs still have it. OEL. Oh! I know Dobson was trying to play the puck with his hand there, but he gave Tavares the old stinky glove. Nice, dumps it. They say no icing. Tavares almost creates a turnover there. Tavares is basically the right winger right now. Actually, no, Nyes is out there late. It's Cowan and Tavares out there. Evans, one-timer kicked away by Hildeby. Cowan, he had a trailer on him. Veleno's had an effective game so far. Some may call him Jacked Frost. That one's good. Nylander. He had too many Habs on him. Leafs dump it. Cowan. in a battle with Struble. Waz out there now. Huge puck battle. Holy Toledo. Wah gets it to Cowan. To Wah. Willie. Cowan. Habs clear it. I think a few guys are going to get a change in there. Oh, maybe not. There's Willie. Wah. Joshua's out there now. Riley puts it on. Joshua just couldn't get to that. Wah. In the neutral zone. This is a weird shift for the Leafs. On! McMahon misses wide. He does supersets with Rudolph the red-nosed gain deer. I like that. 3 wins in a row, and all of a sudden, you're just more open to chuckling. Who doesn't love a good chortle? That guy knocks down his man. Habs to the neutral zone. They dump it. Benoit's got to get over there in a hurry. It's Demidov. Whoa, he hits it in front. No one there. Lawrence. Robertson. Lawrence! Oh, sneaky shot. Nearly beats Dobish there. Stops it. What kind of music do Santa's elves listen to? Rap music, spelled with a W. That's good stuff. Jack-Eye hits Joshua from the back. Oh, trivia is open, by the way. We're doing that first intermission. First intermission, we are doing trivia through the Spark app. We got prizes. We have an Ovechkin hoodie, a commemorative goal record Ovechkin hoodie, buddy. You're going to want to get in on that. Link in the chat, link in the description. Is it strange that a Zamboni driver has more NHL experience than the current Leafs backup? That's not true, Robert. He has, no, I was about to say he has as many wins, but that's not true either. Hi from Curacao, Steve. Thoughts on Wisconsin getting an NHL team? I think it would be a good idea with the Milwaukee-Chicago rivalry. Here's what I'll say to that. I would like to think outside of the box. I'll do the Bob Cole story at intermission. I would like to think outside of the box when it comes to potential NHL markets. Like, if you've listened to the podcast for a while, you know that I've talked about Saskatoon. And, like, the NHL's not going to Saskatoon. But there are markets that are able to punch above their weight because of their passion. Like the Regina Pats, the Saskatoon Blades. Like I saw, especially in Saskatoon, people filling up the barn to like 3/4 capacity for like a World Junior relegation game between like Slovakia and Kazakhstan or something like that. That city just loves hockey. I totally agree. Hayden says his dream is a maritime expansion team like Halifax or Moncton. I think that's Gary Bettman's nightmare. But yeah, I'd love that. Like the Mooseheads do very well, don't they? I want to say they have one of the biggest arenas in the CHL. Yeah. Every night they play at the zoo, your buddy in Halifax said. Domi, McCabe, 4:20 to go in the first period. Domi on! Oh, stop by Dobish, and he puts a pretty healthy hack on Matthew Nyes there. Covered up. What do you call a typo on a tombstone? A grave mistake. Also, who wrote trivia? I believe it's Justin. What type of tree do you find in your kitchen? A pan tree? I hope that we aren't robbed of the perfect first-round matchup of Sens Habs this year. I hope they both miss the playoffs. How about that? Do you have a favorite Monty Python sketch? Good question. Dobish covers it up again. I do love the Ministry of Silly Walks. That got me as a kid. That was funny. Riley on rebound. Matthews couldn't get to it in time. Is this going to be ice? It is. 4:01 to go in the first. Oh my God. Since November 1st, Dobish with an 862 save percentage. Montembeault with an 871. I'm not even saying that out loud, Hayden. What is... Whoever gives Gary the most money gets an expansion team. Correct. Stetcher. That is cross ice. Tavares battle with Caulfield and Suzuki. Matheson gets around JT. Habs up the ice. This is a 3-on-2. McCabe, great job on Caulfield. Caulfield, great job on McCabe. A lot of battles in this one. No call for the trip there on Willie. Habs with it at the point. Hudson spins off of JT. Stetcher airmails it down the ice, and it dies right in the neutral zone. No ice. That's good stuff. Are you not entertained, Steve? I'm always entertained when I get to spend my Saturday nights with you, all of you. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. That puck goes out of play. We're at 3:14 to go in the first. As an Oilers fan, I would rather Vancouver, Calgary be good instead of LA, Vegas. Do you feel the same about the Habs, Tampa, and Florida? No. No, I want the teams that the Leafs have to play to stink. Habs and Leafs have always been the best rivalry. Yeah, like, listen. The world is a better place when both these teams are good. Let's be honest. There's always, like, the Leafs could be bad, the Habs could be good, the Habs could be bad, the Leafs could be good. And over the last quarter century, both teams have taken turns, right? It's better when there's something on the line for both of them. It just is. Jack Eye. Oh, good one from Hayden. The league is better when all original six teams are good. A lot of people would agree. A lot of people would disagree. Benoit up the ice to McMahon. Gain center, dumps. 2:40 to go in the first. Evans chips it in. OEL to Riley. Riley loses it in his feet. Refrain from doing that. Finds his man, fires it wide. Lawton says, get that crap out, and he does. Robertson dumps it. They say they're offside, so they have to tag up. Demidov stripped clean in the neutral zone. Robertson leaves it for Lorentz. Lorentz. McCabe. Shot! That one goes wide. Lorentz feeds the point. Stetcher couldn't stretch to keep it there. Domi off the glass. Tries to get it to himself. Can the Leafs keep it alive? They cannot. Stetcher off the boards. Domi is going to be first to it. Spins. Oh, couldn't get it to Nyes. Under 90 seconds to go in the first. Dobson. Habs dump it. I believe they're at center. Hildeby. Leaves it for Benoit. Managed to not put that over the glass. I believe that's offside against Montreal. 1:10 to go in the first. Whoever gives Gary the most money, unless it's a Canadian city, then it's overlooked and goes to the closest U.S. market that gives the most money, says 23 Plaster. Face off just outside of the leave zone, won by John Tavares. He's out there with Waugh and Willie. Interesting. Caulfield shoots. Stopped by Hildeby, who bobbled it, but held on to it. 59.5 seconds to go in the first. Oh, wow. That's actually a sneaky good save from Hildeby. He wanted to stop it with his glove, knew mid-movement he wasn't going to, and got the shoulder up. Hudson, stop at the toe of Hildeby! Ah! Holds onto it for the face-off, and we got a bit of a brouhaha. Yo, the size difference between Caulfield and Waugh. Yeah, Hayden goes, how about Hildeby being almost as tall as Caulfield while in the butterfly? You ain't wrong. The SDP topic I disagree with most is more expansion. I think we have a nuanced opinion on it. They didn't like that face-off, so they're going to do it again. Like, I don't know. You can't just have 50 teams. Battle in the Leafs corner. Matthews tries to spin off a slaff. Joshua gets out. Finds Bobby. McCabe to Stetcher in his own end. Into the feet of Joshua. Recovers pretty well. Leafs biding their time here. Don't want to make a late mistake. 21 seconds to go. It's deep in the Habs zone. No Leaf anywhere near it. McMahon laying the body, though. Leafs can't hold the zone. Slavkovsky in alone, waiting for his team. Two Leafs all over him. Big bomb stopped by Hildeby. That would have counted, too. That's a big stop. And it's 0-0 after one. That scared me. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. The stream is brought to you by Bally Bet, Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your frienderinos. Low key, do you think Nyes gets a spot for Team USA? I think they're definitely considering him. If you listen to what Bill Guerin wants on his team, I mean, the player you're describing is Matthew Nyes. Now, Team USA, Team Canada, stupidly deep. There's going to be some incredible, like Jason Robertson was not on the Four Nation Faceoff team for the States. And this year, if he's left off, it's asinine. You know, the GTA should get an expansion team. Toronto deserves a pro hockey team. Trivia coming up momentarily. Join our trivia with the link in the chat. Join our trivia with the link in the description. There are prizes. There it is. And I will tell my Bob Cole story. Don't you worry. A Mississauga team with GM Jesse Blake could be nice. True. Robert Bett, you're doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you. I will forever be a little miffed by Utah not being called the Utah Saints. Could have been the Utah Cows would have been great as a nod to South Park. But I guess no, see, they were the South Park Cows. Yeah. So, story. There was a guy who I went to school with. He was a little older than I am. He had a job at CBC doing highlights. And when you do highlights, and I would learn this years later when I got a job there myself, on the backhaul feed, they call it, you would hear Ron McLean and Bob Cole prepare for the show. So let me fast forward to when I'm working there. I got to overhear Bob Cole speaking to Ron McLean. You would hear Bob Cole go, Grabowski. And Ron McLean would go, yes, that's right. And Bob Cole would go, okay, good. Because I asked him. MacArthur. Yes, that's right, Bob. Okay, good. Because I asked him. And he went through the whole Leafs roster, and everything was like, oh, okay, because I asked him. And if you ever go to a locker room pregame, like for morning skate, it's not just reporters who are in there; it's the broadcasters. It's the people who are working that night, like the color commentators, the play-by-play guys, because they're asking for stories and stuff like pronunciation and stuff like that. So that's what I saw. The guy who I went to school with, Nikolai Kulemin, was a rookie. And this was a hot button topic. And we were arguing about it in the student lounge. And he's like, well, it's Kulemin. And we were all like, well, everyone's saying Kulemin, though. He goes, yeah, but he overheard Bob Cole. I don't think he was talking to Ron McLean. I think he was talking to someone else. But everyone was saying Kulemin. And Bob Cole goes, I asked the effing guy, and he said his name was Kulemin. It loses a bit of its fire when you don't get to actually say the word. Oh, Jesse, kiss my bum. Kiss my bottom, Jesse. He said, I've never heard this story before. I like it. Oh, yeah, we got trivia. Here, one more. The best nickname I've ever seen for Caulfield is Thumbelina because he's so little. I've seen it floating around Twitter and always makes me laugh. I don't think I care for that. There are other short people. So, for trivia tonight, it's not enough to be right. You have to be right and fast. That is how you get the most points. And that is the only clue I got from Justin. So let's see what dastardly deeds Justin has in store for us. Hayden, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start trivia. Which of these teams was not a member of the NHL's original six? Toronto Maple Leafs, Boston Bruins, Montreal Canadiens, Washington Capitals. Bing, bang, boom. Who got it right? Who got it right the fastest? The answer, of course, is D, the Washington Capitals. 98%. And I assume everyone who got it wrong was just clicking. Who leads the Canadiens in goal scoring this season? Cole Caulfield, Juraj Slafkovsky, Nick Suzuki, Oliver Kapanen. I don't know the answer off here. Let me look. Oh. The answer, A, Cole Caulfield. He is 14. Justin made sure to put the caveat, unless Slafkovsky scored 5 in the first. Who wears number 81 for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Dakota Joshua, Nick Robertson, Phil Kessel, Troy Stecher. Shout out to Justin for spelling Troy Stecher correct. So these questions are not necessarily difficult, but you got to be fast. You got to be faster than anyone else. And the answer is obviously A, Dakota Joshua. He currently wears 81 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. 69% tripped you up. And yes, of course, Dylan first, Jameson Brandon right there. Who was the youngest player in tonight's Leafs Canadiens game? Easton Cowan, Florian Jacki, Ivan Demidov, Lane Hudson. What was the answer? I think it's Demidov. It is only 23%. Florian Jack, I play. I don't think so. Harper's playing. That was number 4. Let's go to number 5. What was Scotiabank Arena before becoming a multi-purpose sports venue? A horse track. B, a mail depot. C, a parking lot. D, a really nice Italian place. I don't know this either, producer Hayden. The answer: from 1946 to 1994, Scotiabank Arena belonged to Canada Post and operated as the Toronto Postal Delivery Building. And not a lot of you got that right. 26%. 45% said a parking lot. How Toronto. Number 6. That's great. What arena do the Montreal Canadiens currently call home? A, the Montreal Forum. B, the Bell Center. C, Molson Center. D, Bell Center spelt different. You are evil, Justin. Pure evil. 30% of you did not fall for it. The rest of you, shame. Wow, 66% of you got the wrong bell. Evil, evil, evil. You dastardly jerk. Number 7, which PWHL star also works for the Montreal Canadiens in player development? A, Abby Rock. B, Marie-Philippe Poulin. C, Jocelyn Larocque. D, Anne-Renee Desbiens. I thought this might be a trick. The answer is B, Marie-Philippe Poulin. 66% of you got this. Sophie is in first. Sadie is in second. Keegan is in third. Will that stay intact? Number 8. How many Maple Leafs have appeared in all 28 games this season? A, 1, B, 3, C, 4, D, 7. What is that, Justin? Producer Hayden says he says C. Producer Hayden is right. The answer is 4. John Tavares, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, surprisingly, because he was banged up. Bobby McMahon, surprisingly, because he was a healthy scratch last year. And Jake McCabe. 39% of you got that. Sophie, wow. This is crazy. Sophie wins the Ovechkin most goals hoodie. Sarah is in second. And Sadie is in third. We got 3 S names as our top 3. Sophie, you were the winner of the hoodie. The SDPN Spark mini sticks go to Sarah and Sadie. The rest of you get 15% off at the SDPN shop. Let's go to an AP clip. Agent Provocateur. This is Alan Walsh and Adam Wilde interviewing a guy you may or may not have heard of named Lou Lamoriello.
Back in 2001, I'm sitting at my desk one day, and I was working with a very prominent basketball agent at the time who represented Jason Kidd. And this gentleman comes into my office, and he sits down, and he says, do you work closely? Do you know Lou Lamoriello? And of course, Lou, over the years with New Jersey, I represented Patrick Eliash, Peter Sikora, Mike Rupp, and then later on, years later, Martin Havlat, who was a New Jersey Devil, Marek Zhidlitsky. So you and I did many contracts together and worked with many different players over the years. So I looked over at this gentleman and I said, yes, I know Lou very well. And he goes, oh, well, I'm negotiating Jason Kidd's contract with the Nets right now with Lou. And I almost fell off my chair.
Yeah, that was actually my first year with the Nets. What happened was Rod Thorne originally had it, and this is all public in the paper, so it's nothing that proprietary internally. He was very interested in making a trade to for Jason for Marbury. Marbury was with the Nets at that time, and the Nets needed to change, and both players needed maybe a change of scenery. And he couldn't make it because for whatever reason, he couldn't get permission. Now, that was my first sit down with Rod. I said, what do you think is best? What can be done? And so forth. And he says, I really wanted to make this trade. And I said, why can't you? And I'd rather not get into reasons why it wouldn't work or he couldn't do it. But I couldn't believe that, tell you the truth. And now George had given me the same autonomy with the Nets. So I said, Rod, see if you can make the trade. You're the basketball person here and tremendous basketball individual. If you go back to history, he was the one in Chicago who drafted Michael Jordan. So, he knew what he was doing. And he went back and he said, Lou, we can make this trade. So I says, well, we're going to make it. And then now Jason comes and he turned the whole program around. And and I think he's one hell of a coach right now too. And we've crossed paths at different times. But he's, as you know, he's in the NBA, coaching and, on service. A lot of teams are very interested in him and have been. But he turned the whole program around. He was just tremendous. And that's interesting because you have never mentioned this to me, Alan. This is the first time I've heard that from you. I didn't even know you knew it. I didn't know you knew what a basketball was.
Hey, Adam, do you want to ask something?
I do. I do want to say that, we started off before the show started and I said, hello, Mr. Lamorello. And he said, Lou. And I said, are you sure? Lou, you're a guy that, I'm obviously a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. So I remember you here, but I also remember your teams breaking my heart year after year, in the playoffs in the early the early 2000s. And, one of the things that you've done in every place that you've gone, and you look at your time, and obviously in New Jersey, you look at Toronto, you look at the Islanders, you've won, you've outperformed, you've seen success. And I'm just curious about what you've learned about the concept of winning. Like we talk about winning like it's the only thing that matters, and it really is. What do you see in winning teams, in winning habits that have resonated for you, dating all the way back to your Providence days when you were playing baseball and hockey?
Well, I think the first thing you do is you look in a mirror and you say to yourself that you have more questions than you have answers, and there are a lot more smarter people than you are. So try and find the smartest people you can in the different areas that, are needed to win, whatever that might be. And the most important thing is you need players. And you need players who can play and players who, have the fortitude to be able to win when it comes crunch time, and just work at that, and be able to also accept players who you might not feel are giving or maximizing their potential, and it might not be in their DNA. So be able to accept 80% of a player and what he gives, because that 80% might be better than the 100% of others. But you need players to win. And I think the other thing is trying the best way you can to take away as many distractions and put the focus on one thing is what their responsibilities are. But you learn every day. I'm learning today. You learn every day, and you can't ever get satisfied. And success is not a destination. It's a journey.
Well, you and I have negotiated a lot of contracts together over the years, and I know you to be incredibly good with numbers. And it was only later, after negotiating many deals with you, that I found out you were a math teacher at one time. So you were holding out on me for a while until I got up to speed with you.
Well, when I got out of college and I went back as an assistant coach, in those days, you didn't make a lot of money as an assistant.
Oh, that's all we have. Oh, that's all we have time for. Jeez. Jeez. That episode of Agent Provocator, Adam Wild, Alan Walsh, Lou Lamorello drops tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. I really cannot friggin' believe they got those guys. That guy, rather. Bird Scout. We're about to return for the second period. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. This is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Heck yeah, I was in 56th place for trivia, which was the best for me. Dude, I don't know if I've ever finished that high. What do you think about the World Cup? I don't feel like Mexico or Canada getting out of the group stage. I'm just happy my home country got in, even though we're all Dutch-born players. We're hoping to avoid Armageddon here, or embracing Armageddon, which is Canada has to play Italy in Toronto, which Toronto has one of the highest Italian populations probably in the world outside of Italy. Puck is dropped for the second period. Nick Suzuki wins it, and the Habs dump it. Max Domi, what a play to get out of his own zone. It's the little things. Matthews dumps it. Dobish collects. High stick from Caulfield, but it's played by McCabe. Matthews finds Domi. What a move! Shot! Oh, rides up Dobson, sticking out a play. That'll be an ozone face-off. Man, Max is dancing, buddy. JD Atkinson, no. I doubted MPP being Habs development. You're upset at yourself, doubt. MPP. Listen, if she's in Montreal and you have the chance to hire her as a Montreal-based hockey team, you should probably do that. Tavares collects it in his own end. Riley down the ice. Back and forth. Willie gets it. Willie dumps it. Cowan. Willie creates a turnover. Tavares is knocked down. Here come the Habs. 2-on-3. Oh, Oliver Ekman-Larsson tried to level Demidov, and he missed him entirely. Definitely got the worst of it there. Willie can't get it to Cowan. Willie. Into the corner. Oh, that bounce pass for JT damn near almost worked. Hudson leading the rush for Montreal. Hands it off. Shot. Stopped by the blocker, a Hildeby. Sharp stop. Philip Myers with the puck. I didn't notice him in the first period. I'll take it. Dumped by Cowan. This is for the chat. For anyone who follows Formula One, who you got tomorrow, Max or Norris? I'm going to say, yeah, I say Max. Hayden says Max. Hayden says it because he knows Max. I know his name. That's it. Nailing the apex on SDPN. That's how you learned everything, right, Hayden? Exactly. Stetcher. McCabe. Intercepted by Jackeye. Veleno. Nice pass to Josh Anderson. Mr. Beat the Leafs. Jackeye. On through traffic. Where'd that go? Collected by Jackeye at the point. Stetcher. Good battle. Veleno knocked down by Waugh. Stetcher around for McCabe. Pass off target for Waugh, but it's going to go directly into Dobish, who covers it up thanks to the forechecking of McMahon. Shout out to my mom, T.A. Neiman, who got 46th place and turns 46 this year. Leafs will win this game. Amen. I believe. By the way, almost 1,700 in here. 775 likes. That's not enough likes. Click like until that number says 1,000 and then keep going. Tavares, ozone draw. He wins it. It was bouncing for Cowan, though. Willie has it in the corner. Willie goes around. Willie, where's that puck? Riley collects. Knocks his attacker's stick out of his hand. Leafs lose the zone, though. OEL to Riley. Cowan. Oh, the linesman blocked it. Wow. So the Habs had a tired line out there. They get a gift because the linesman blocked the Leafs zone entry. Then the Habs ice it. Not even close. No, they just showed it on the replay. That's not the ref doing a makeup call. That's a bad dump by I believe it's Zach Bolduc. And Craig Berube's barking at the ref saying this guy shouldn't be out there. What was that? Hayden made a yucky joke. That's pretty good, though. So are they taking Suzuki off? What's going on? Make a decision, man. 16:53 to go in the second. Leafs win that clean. Ooh, almost too clean. McCabe, Stetcher, wide. High bounce, weird bounce. Nyes and Carrier doing battle. Domi, he's had a very active night. McCabe, Stetcher, McCabe, Domi. McCabe on! Deflected! Dobish covers it up! Good chance for Toronto there. 16:32 to go in the second. Francois Labelle says, go Habs go. Also click like if you want the Habs to win. Clicking like benefits me, so do whatever you want. Oh, nice. Had a tip on that, but he put it wide. Ozone draw. Dobish has a cool mask. Matthews, does he win that draw? Domi helps. Good stick lift there on Matheson from Domi. Matheson can't handle it. Here come the Habs. Partial 2-on-1. Suzuki's got Caulfield. Suzuki. Oh, cleaned out by McCabe. Perfect stuff. Nice. Off the boards to Domi. Stops up. Nice. Loses the handle. Slaff. Good stick from Myers. Matthews. Great play to get the puck. It's in the corner, though. He tries to center it for Domi. Dobish read it with the stick. Matthews takes down his man. Lorentz around for Myers. Shots 10-10. Benoit through the neutral zone. Robertson after it. Tries to pick off Dobish. Here comes Texier, one of the newer Montreal Canadiens. Benoit after it. Robertson. He's the first to get there. Demidov gets it, though. Texier. Demidov lets it go, and Hudson can't hold the line. Lorentz calls for the change. Vasi's not playing for the Bolts tonight. Neither's Kucherov. Hell if I know why, though. Shots only 9 for the Islanders, 14 for the Bolts in the second. That's because the Bolts almost like when guys are hurt. It's weird. Jack-Eye gets it deep for Montreal. Leafs get it out of the zone. Hudson. He's got those quick feet. Puts it deep for Gallagher. Jack-Eye at the point. On. That's wide. Gallagher. Stopped by Hildeby. Benoit is looking exhausted out there. Evans is blocked. Did Benoit just take a trip? Doesn't look like it. Habs try to center it. Doesn't quite work. They still have it, though. Puck goes wide of the net. Benoit is sucking wind. Lawton's been out there an eternity, too. Good stick from Myers. Oh, man, he might have just stopped a goal. And he hucks it down the ice. This will be icing. Not a great outcome, but I guess better than getting scored on. That was Philip Myers with the icing. .222 ice time for Myers consecutively. Benoit is at 211. Slav just laid a big hit on Benoit. Leafs, they can't get out of their zone. Oh, baby. Dobson. On, stop by Hildeby. I mean, it's getting to the point where the forwards have been out here a while, too. That goes wide. Caulfield taken to the boards by Myers. Benoit takes his man in with force. And that's Slav. Just don't take a penalty. Myers has been out there for 3 minutes straight. What a pass from Slav. Doesn't get a shot out of it, though. That's a shot. Gloved by Hildeby. 12:57 to go in the second. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We're going to commercial break, and Justin has a blind ranking for us. We love a good blind rank. Let's go. Pizza toppings. Oh, cursed pizza toppings. So wait, is number one the worst pizza topping? Being what I would want the most. Okay. Cursed pizza toppings. 1 is what I want the most. 5 is what I want the least. Got it. Anchovies. I got 3. I don't trust Justin. That's why. German canned tuna. Oh, is that Surströmming? Or no, that's not German. I'm putting 4. Pineapple? Pineapple might have to go 1. And it's not because I like it. It's just because the first 2 were so horrendous. Oh. So canned tuna is put on pizza in Germany. So it's not Surströmming. I'll stay with it. I'll stay with it. Banana and curry. I would try that. I would absolutely try that. I'm giving that 2. 5 spot from Japan. Squid and shrimp. I love both those things. That's a horrible list. I failed. Damn. Now, is it live though? Because I've seen people eat live squid. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not interested in eating live animals, man. I'm a meat-eating hypocrite, so I want to be separated from the suffering. Like, what? Why are we doing that? There's no need to do that. Dobson, Matheson, on! Stopped by Hildeby, 12:40 to go in the second. Games in Toronto, Ottawa, and Tampa have 0 goals combined. That's pretty rare for this season. You're building a franchise from the ground up. Considering age and current contract situation, who do you take at 1 in a draft with all NHL players? Damn. I mean, Macklin? Macklin is going to be a top 5 player in the NHL. He might already be. And he's got a year left. Oh! They just missed the net there. high and wide versus Hildeby, and the Leafs took a penalty. So the Leafs trying to touch the puck. Hudson playing keep away. He gets around Cowan. Caulfield holds the line. Dobson. Shot. That goes wide. Oh, blew it dead. There you go. 12:02 to go in the second. I was surprised because I thought there wasn't a penalty. There was. Troy Stetcher to the box. And he's been killing penalties for the Leafs. Oh, boy. I don't know that I love that one. Stetcher's calling it. Oh, yeah, he went like this. I'd have to see it again. Hudson. Oh, it's in the slot. It's in the corner now. Demidov. Down low. Demidov, half wall. Hudson. Suzuki. Half wall. Other half wall. Cross ice for Demidov. In front. Habs score. They're going to give that one to Cole Caulfield on the goal line. 11:35 to go in the second period. A top 5 power play in the NHL goes to work. You can't give them the opportunity to work. Dive or no dive, it's a goal, and it's 1-0 Montreal. Rusty, this is your fault, Rusty. 0 goals combined. You had to say it, Rusty. Francois Labelle, there he is. Now is the time. Go Habs go. Sent 5 SDPN memberships. You rascal. Face off at center ice. Nick Waugh looks like he's getting kicked out of the circle. And McMahon is going to take the draw. Leafs lose that draw. Matheson dumps it. Not much you can do there if you're Hildeby. Leafs having trouble getting out of their zone this period. There we go. Joshua and McMahon. Waugh with them. OEL joining the fray. Jacky and Joshua battling. That's the Habs leading goal scorer with his 15th of the season. Ekman Larson. It looks like Ekman Larson is on the left of Myers right now. I think they split up Myers and Benoit. Berube's seen enough. Allez, Montreal. Montreal, says R. Bruce. Domi. Oop. Matthews in his own end. McCabe. 10:30 to go in the second. Stetcher up the ice. Tipped on Dobish by Nyes. Airmailed out of the zone. Stetcher and Texier collide. Habs gain the zone. McCabe can't get rid of it. Oh, neither can Matthews. Nyes does. Nyes has Domi with him. Habs just turned them right around. Oh, boy. This is going to be a clean look for Demidov. Stopped by Hildeby. Texier. On from distance. Rebound. McCabe. Just get rid of it, dude. Matthews to Nyes. Just get it deep, dude. That's got to go deep. Yeah. Nyes not handling the puck the greatest tonight. Robertson, Lawton onto the ice like bats out of hell. Another fortuitous bounce for Montreal off the linesman. Jeez. Lucky that one didn't turn into a goal. Here come the Leafs. Lawrence! He didn't get everything on that shot. Stopped by Dobish. 9:31 to go in the second. Producer Hayden has a question as we head into commercial break. Could I build a starting 5 with NHL head coaches? Like, well, from their playing career? Well, the goalie is Waugh, so let's do 6. The goalie is Waugh. At center, you got to go. It's got to be Rod the Bod. On D, you got Adam Foote. On the wing, you got to go Rick Tocchet. Oh, damn. And on the other wing, you got to go Marty St. Louis. That's pretty damn good. Brindamore, Tocchet, St. Louis. I can't do much better than that, can I? Like, all due respect to Berube, he's not getting in there. Is there another D? Like, was Bednar in the NHL? I feel like Boudreaux played D, but he's not in the NHL. Did Berube? No, he wasn't a D. Was he? No. Can Berube skate backwards? He'll beat you up for that. Left wing. Joel Quenneville was a defenseman. He did, yeah. Played 800 games. 705 penalty minutes. That feels tame. Like career high of 95 penalty minutes, or 96. Sorry. He probably got made fun of for that. That was Italy taking the Italian card back for the pineapple on pizza, Steve. Rusty did nothing. Yeah, valid. Inside JC says Randy. Leafs win the draw in the O-zone. Oh, this will be interesting if the Leafs score. Tavares just held the zone. Caulfield flips it out, so it's a moot point. Nylander. Cowan. Tavares with it in his own zone. Oh, turnover to Suzuki. Oh, good defensive stick from Willie. Can't get out of the zone, though. It's Anderson. Willie wanted a call. Stop by Hildeby. Benoit. Off the glass, can't get it out. Tavares does. Willie's had Habs all over him all shift, and he's sick of it. He's chirping the ref on the way off the ice, I think. 8:23 to go in the second. Leafs got to get some offense going here. Matthews. Myers. Benoit. Matthews. With speed. Tries to go through three Habs. That's just not the best way to get something done. Breakaway for Montreal. Bolduc is robbed by the glove of Dennis Hildeby. You have got to reward your goalie for that. A beastly save for the Hildebeest to keep this game a one-goal game. Man, Austin, I think, has been dancing tonight. That's just not a great choice. It goes up the ice. And Bolduc is robbed by the glove of Dennis Hildeby. Let's get over 1,000 likes. It's bugging me. We got 2,100 of you. And that number went up when the Leafs got scored on, I noticed. Face off in the Leaf zone. It's Waugh. Montreal wins it. Matheson through traffic. Dobson. McMahon does not get there first. Stays on Matheson, though. Bolduc. That goes wide. You got to reward your goalie for that. You want your goalie to give you a chance to win. This is your third stringer. He's giving you a chance to win. Waugh. Battling with Joshua. McMahon! A tricky shot. Stopped by Dobish. And OEL creating problems in the Habs crease. 7:22 to go in the second. William Spurgeon, welcome to SDP VIP. If Stolarz comes back and whoops. It's not letting me scroll. One sec. Stupid thing. I'm not sticking, am I, Hayden? Okay. No, that's not the one I wanted to read. If Stolarz comes back and Wool is together again and Hildeby is playing so well, do you keep him in the A, or does it not seem really fair to him if he's ready? No, that's the life of a third stringer. He goes to the A and you sleep peacefully at night knowing you have 3 NHL goalies. Willie taken down, and the Leafs will go to the power play, and Dobson arguing immediately. So Hayden saying Willie blew a tire. But Craig Simpson with a great point. He's like, well, isn't this just the way the Habs got a penalty? Yeah, that's a bad call. That's a bad call. Yeah, no, that's a bad call. I don't. Okay, it's a bad call, and also I don't give a hoot. Which 2021 first round playoff game is this most like? Game 6. If you had 1,000 shootout attempts against an NHL goalie trying their best, how much are you scoring? Can Steve really dangle? So Steve cannot really dangle. Usually I would tell you, no, I'm going to die in like every situation, but this is different. This is a shootout. If you give me 1,000, I'm scoring at least 1. Hayden says minimum 10. Hayden's a good player, though. If I just... Hayden goes, I'm just going to shoot it at his head until he ducks. Like, if I come in, I'm not gonna dangle, because I'm not going to be able to do it well enough to friggin' dangle a goalie. But if I come in and I just pick a spot 1,000 times, shoot it as hard as I possibly can, I'm going to score 1. OEL walks in, shoots. That's wide. Rebound. Matthews battling for it. Matthews swats it, but no one's there. OEL steps up. OEL, get up. 6:35 to go in the first. 1:16 to go in the power play. Cowan holds the line. OEL. Willie. Cowan. Cowan. Who got it? Good battle. OEL. Willie. Cowan. OEL. Willie. Oh, boy. That's a horrible makeup call. Live with your mistake. That's trash. Tavares was getting screwed with that whole time. Cross-check that whole time. There's a cross-check. Oh, my God, what a dive. Matheson, have some pride. You're disgraceful. Oh, my goodness. That's embarrassing. George Peros has to fine him by breakfast. That was disgraceful. Ugh. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And Mike Matheson was the hardest working player on the ice on that play. That is disgraceful. Listen, the call on Willie that's ill-gotten goods. It's a bad call by the refs. No denying. I get it. That call was fabricated. That's horrible. Habs shoot. It's high. 35 seconds of 4-on-4. Leafs better score here. It would look good on them. Riley down low. Riley behind the net. Riley tries to shovel it in front for McMahon. Doesn't work. Sure would be great if the Leafs had 5 guys right now, which they should. That's absolute trash. Best refs in the world, my ass. Struble. Willie did not dive. Willie fell. He blew a tire. He clanked his feet. He didn't dive. Diving is an active thing. Willie fell. It's a bad call. I said it right away. It's a bad call. That from Matheson is a dive and disgraceful. Disgraceful. Embarrassing stuff. Demidov. 47 seconds to go in this ill-gotten power play. Suzuki. Down low for Caulfield. Suzuki again. Hudson. This top unit's something. Suzuki. Cross ice! Oh! Almost a tap-in for Caulfield. Their power play's so good, man. Under 30 to go. Suzuki. Caulfield. In front. Kicked away by Hildeby and sent down the ice by Waugh. Imagine how pissed off Bennington would be if Steve scores on him. That's funny. Over 1,000 likes, by the way. Thank you. There's noted diver Mike Matheson on the ice. You diver. Gallagher down low. Shot. Stopped by Hildeby. Leafs kill the penalty. Puck don't lie. Complete ill-gotten goods. Insane. What an awful call. And listen, 2 awful calls. Yes. Gallagher, stop. Oh! Tavares. To Lawton. Myers. Get it deep so you can change. No, Leafs are offside right now. You're offside, Lots. He leaves. 3:35 to go in the second. Bolduc dumps it. Riley. Active poll in the chat. What does it say? Sorry, I'm watching the game. Fanned by Struble. OEL has it. Willie. Dumped. Bolduc. Dumps it. Stetcher and Bolduc battling. Bolduc comes up with it. Ooh, pass off target. Habs hold the zone. It's Matheson. Goes around, passes it. That shot goes wide, rather. Caulfield gets by Willie too easily there. Matheson on. That goes wide. Matthews bats it away. Habs hold the line, though. Matheson. He better not friggin' score, dude. Slaff. In front! That's wide. Shoveled in front again. Stetcher collects it. Willie lifts it out, and Stetcher's going after it. I love this guy's motor, man. 2:04 to go in the second. Waugh is out there. What is Berube doing with these lines? Waugh, Nyes, and Domi? Domi. Battling Jack-Eye. Waugh. 1:39 to go in the second. Waugh knocks his man to the ice. Demidov in there. Waugh comes up with it. Nyes. Taken down. Kicks it to Domi, though. Domi on. Nyes. Loses the puck. Here comes Montreal. 3-on-3. Jack-Eye. Weird bounce. Nyes. Off the boards to Waugh. He's at the end of his shift. Around for Riley. Yeah, I don't love that choice there. D-man for your team, Randy Carlisle. Yeah, but he's not currently coaching, though. Who's your favorite Pacific Division team? To watch? Edmonton. Icing against the Leafs. 53.4 seconds to go in the second. Of all the new sweaters released this year, Thirds, Heritage, Classic, blah, 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 what's your top 3? Detroit's is immaculate. Minis is fun. I'm saying that because producer Hayden's here, but minis is pretty fun. Yeah, that's a good answer. I know. OEL clears it. Robertson after it. That's icing, though. 46.3. Cole says whose dive was worse, Matheson or Nylander? The options are Matheson at 76% and Matheson at 24%. Nylander didn't dive. Shots on goal, by the way, are 13-3 from Montreal in the second period. That's just not good enough. Gallagher has gone to the Montreal room. We'll keep an eye on that. 30 seconds to go in the second. No ice. Montreal is in the Leaf zone. Get this out there, boys. 20 seconds, under 20 seconds. Steve is a closet Oils fan. Someone watch my Sportsnet content. Leafs come up with it. 10 seconds to go. Stetcher. Up the ice. Robertson. Cheeky pass. Didn't work. Here come the Habs. I don't know if they're going to be able to get a shot off in time. They don't. Not one that hits the net anyway. Listen, Leafs are only down 1-0. The shots are 22-10, though. And that is flatly not good enough. The good news is there's a period to go, and you're 1 goal away. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Gosh darn it. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. We got 2,400 of you in here, but less than 1,100 likes. We got to get that over 1,500. Let's go. I'd love to get it to 1967. Let's do it. How about that goalie goal in the dub? Well, that video's up, by the way, right? We're about to play a game. This is Final 20 with Bally Bet. And we're going to show you big dubs after that. Big dubs, best plays from the WHL. Edited this morning. Do I go to the Sharks game for Celebrini or the Blackhawks game for Bedard and Joe Bowen night? Oh my God. Tiebreaker goes to Joe Bowen night, right? Steve, you forgot Gretzky was a head coach. Yeah, but like he's not currently a head coach. Can we agree on wanting a Habs Leafs conference final game 7, Steve? Can we agree on me dying? Click like to honk the sad clown's nose. I think I'm all caught up. Am I all caught up? I'm all caught up. Let's do Final 20 with Dangle. Bally Bet. Final 20 with Dangle. This game is free to play. There's $400 worth of Fanatics gift cards available. Let's go. This is what's going to happen in the third period, in the final 20 of this game. Pick a Maple Leaf player to record at least 1 point in the third period. I'm going Willie. He's due. He looks better tonight than he's looked in the last few games. We're going Willie. What are you going with? Pick the first Maple Leaf to record a shot in the third period. They're going to start the third line, and Bobby McMahon is going to get the first shot for the Leafs in the third. That's what we're going to do. Pick the first team to record a shot in the third. I'll give that to Montreal. They're out shooting the Leafs 22-10. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Will the Maple Leafs score in the first 10 minutes of the third? Oui. 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 The exact number of shots by both teams in the third? 16. We're going 16 on this one. And those are my 5 picks for Final 20 with Dangle over at Bally Bet. It's free to play. There are prizes up for grabs. Can you beat me? My guess is yes, actually. I'm awful at this game. Maybe this is the first night I go 5 for 5. I would settle for 3 for 5. I think my high score is still 1. It might be 2, but I don't think so. Giggling Cat. Whoa! Look at this. Look at this. Ooh, a lot of gray names in the chat tonight. Let's change that up. If you get a sub, you have to click like on the video. Giggling Cat drops a 50 piece on us and gifts 50 SDPN memberships. If you got an SDPN membership gifted to you by Giggling Cat, be sure to say thank you. That's a huge one. Meme Empress. Oof, just remembered something. If I'm right, Tampa Stadium Series game is also on Gasparilla weekend, which will be insane timing. I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. Hayden, do you want to throw to Big Dubs? Let's see some friggin' Big Dubs. Don't go anywhere. Be entertained by wonderful highlights from the WHL. Features a goalie goal, and when we come back, it'll be the third period. Toronto, Montreal on a Saturday night. What else do you want? Steve Dangle here. Click like, click subscribe, and enjoy. Hello, friends. Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another episode of Big Dubs, where we take a look at the best from around the WHL over this past week. You know, they say save the best for last. I'm not doing that. And I am unequivocally calling this one the best one. I don't care. It objectively is. Here's Xavier Wendt of the Tri-City Americans scoring his first career WHL goal. Oh, and also his first career WHL shutout. I should have mentioned he's a goalie.
Knocked down. Broncos continue to fire it up the ice. 1:05 to go in the game. Xavier Wendt is out of the goal. He's looking. He's going to try it. Xavier Wendt for the empty net. He scores! There's no way! A goalie goal at the Toyota Center! Xavier Wendt lead the flyby. His first career Western Hockey League goal makes it 4-0 Tri-City. This kid, Xavier Wendt, is off to a diabolically preposterous start to his WHL career. Genuinely. At just 17 years old, he's already got a record of 9-5 with a .928 save percentage. And this game was his first career WHL shutout. But it didn't happen until a minute after this goal was scored. So technically, Wendt got his first career WHL goal before he got his first career WHL shutout, and he's a goalie. Well, a minute later, he would secure the shutout, and now he's got both. What an unbelievable accomplishment for the Tri-City Americans goalie, Xavier Wendt. I was about to say big dub. That's 2 big dubs. 2 big dubs in one. Unreal. For our next highlight, the goalie doesn't get off as lucky on this one. In fact, no one who's not Miroslav Holinka is lucky on this one. Here's Miroslav Holinka of the Edmonton Oil Kings, Toronto Maple Leafs prospect, by the way.
Had a good-looking rush moments ago alongside Cohen Lodge. Oil Kings back across center. Holinka into the slot. Nice toe drag. Splits the D. Scores. An absolute beauty by Holinka. His first goal and third point of the night makes it 3-1 Edmonton.
Woo! The sound that came out of me the first time I saw that. I love this play because Holinka goes end to end, but when he's in the neutral zone, he kind of bobbles the puck. Like, how many times does that result in a turnover, or you dump it in the corner, or you got to figure out something else, pass it, whatever. Oh, he's just like, pardon me, let me get this back. Let me dangle through 4 different guys. Oh, and beat the goalie too. You could say Miroslav Holinka is having a moderately adequate season for the Edmonton Oil Kings. And by moderately adequate, I mean 14 goals and 24 assists for 38 points in 25 games, which leads the team. In fact, he leads the team in goals, assists, and points. Question for the class, is that good? Not bad for the 2024 fifth rounder and noted Alan Walsh client, Miroslav Holinka. Big dub. All right. We'll give the goalies one back. Here's Medicine Hat Tigers goalie Carter Casey with a save I barely understand.
Caden McCann loses it. Here's Lang moving in. Drop pass doesn't work. Here's a backhand shot into the goal crease. Still loose, banging away at Lewandowski. and it's held out. Tigers come back the other way, but we're going to get a replay in-house to see.
That's as close to the line as you can get.
Off the post, in behind Casey. He's able to reach back and take it out.
No, I'm not entirely sure, but I think he might not understand it either. 18-year-old Carter Casey. He's in his first season in the WHL after coming over from the USHL last year. He has a problem. The puck is behind him. That's generally a bad thing for goalie. Except he turns and spins around, sweeps the puck off the line. Problem solved, right? Wrong! They take another shot while he's down and supposedly out. But he ends up making the desperation save on the line anyway, and I love that stuff. Goalie coaches like your cookie cutter and all that, nah. Just keep the puck out, man. That's it. That's the gig. Carter Casey, big dub. Staying with the theme of goalies doing crazy, desperation, spinny stuff, Marek Sklenichka of the Seattle Thunderbirds. Watch this.
Holds off, goes back up top. Falcon steps in, goes back to Moore. He'll walk top circles. His shot deflected. Save, rebound on the side of the net. And it's underneath the netminder Sklenichka. He's rolling for the puck and it kicks free. Quick up top. Falcon shot blocked out in front by Mertka. Making it homer. Then the rebound save by Sklenichka on Hayden Moore all alone.
How did that stay out?
In the chaos ensuing in front, Sklenichka swimming all across the crease. Coots will head straight back to the locker room and is in some pain.
Dude, I think you had a better look at what happened than he did. What do they always talk about with like clearing the rebounds? Okay, your goalie makes the first save, you got to help him out a little with the second. And they never do talk much about the third, fourth, or fifth one, do they? But somehow Sklenichka and the Thunderbirds keep this one out. The 17-year-old is a WHL rookie. A lot of rookies this week, and he's performing great. 7-4-2 is the record. Once again, say it with me, just keep the puck out. That's the gig. Marek Sklenichka, big dub. Staying with the theme of goalies, actually staying with the theme of rookie goalies, actually staying with the theme of 17-year-old rookie goalies, actually staying with the theme of 17-year-old rookie goalies from Czechia. I could have just said all that off the top. Anyway, here's Filip Ruzicka. This one's wild.
Comes free to Williams. Back to the far side. Lewandowski now. Dodging to his left. He pulls the trigger. Ruzicka the save. Rebound cleared to the line, but not out. Klimke sends it back door. Williams pulls the trigger, and how in the world did Filip Ruzicka keep that out? Oh my goodness, what a save! He's 6'7", and he used every inch of that frame to rob Williams blind.
Well, Williams threw that puck. It was a one-timer. Ruzicka completely out of position.
You can judge a save by the reaction of the guy who shot the puck. Oh! Filip Ruzicka, I mean, that's pure. I need to keep this thing out of the net. Keep the puck out of the net, that's the gig! And he does. Flying across, and it lands right in his glove. God, that's gotta feel incredible. And to be fair, there's quite a bit of glove to hit. He's 6'7", 230 pounds. He does not turn 18 until March. I think he might draw draft interest. Do you think he might draw draft? Yeah, me too. Filip Ruzicka of the Brandon Wheat Kings, literally bigged up. This next one, I just need to show to drive a point home. Cameron Schmidt of the Vancouver Giants, tying a WHL record for the fastest goal to start a game just 5 seconds in.
We are underway here right off the bat. Schmidt off the faceoff. He shoots, he scores. 5 seconds in, Cameron Schmidt goes low blocker side, and it's 1-0 Giants.
This is from the CHL website. Schmidt's goal tied a WHL record that was originally set by Seattle Thunderbird center Dean Sexsmith, who scored 5 seconds into regulation against the Victoria Cougars in 1987. Now, let me give you an idea of how important this goal was. Yeah, it's probably a good sign to score 5 seconds in. I bet the Vancouver Giants are just gonna steamroll the Penticton Vs tonight, right? Wrong. It woke the Vs up something fierce as they outshot the Vancouver Giants 48-27 in a game that not only went to overtime, but went to the shootout. They had to weather a storm, too. The Giants got outshot 15-4 in the third, 9-3 in overtime. So the Giants got outplayed by quite a margin in this one. But who came out with the 3-2 shootout victory? The Giants. Cam Schmidt, who I'm going to reiterate, was picked 94th in this past June's draft, has 37 points in 26 games. He had 40 goals last year. He had 40 goals in his draft year, man. But alas, he's listed at 5'8", 158 pounds. Okay, like, I know he's smaller than most of the other players, but what if he scores, though? What if he's good? What if he's extremely good. Yeah, Dallas, I think, made the right pick. Cam Schmidt, as always, big dub. We'll end things off with a kid from Porcupine Plain, Saskatchewan, and an Anaheim Ducks prospect, Taryn Smith.
By the tips, in comes Bear with a step. Bear towards the net, kick save, and a rebound out to the blue line. Stepping in, Smith. Cutting to his left, dancing towards the net. Smith, backhander, scored!
Holy smokes. Taryn Smith was selected in the 3rd round of the 2024 draft by the Anaheim Ducks, and just like Cam Schmidt, I don't think they regret it. And to end on this one, the nasty hands, and he's over a point a game this season. Just fell shy of that last season with 60 points in 65 games. You know he wants to get back there. 7 goals, 21 assists for 28 points in 26 games so far. He's there. The Everett Silvertips have an embarrassment of riches back there. Dude, Landon DuPont as well? That just doesn't seem fair. Taryn Smith. Big dub. Well, that was a jam-packed one this week here on Big Dubs. What did you think? Did we miss any? I'd find that hard to believe, but we might have. So let us know in the comments. For now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe to SDPN if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. If you're a goaltender, score the goal! We are back and we are live, and I'm going to let everyone know it. I'll let everyone know it on Twitter. I'll let everyone know it on Blue Sky. I let everyone know on friggin' even Threads, man. Did everyone see the goalie goal? Did you like it? Was it great? I liked it, and I thought it was great. What? We have 1,700 viewers and 1,245 likes. It's not enough! What? What? By the way, doing that what? Never fails to get a laugh out of my 5-year-old. Never. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. The stream is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. From Meme Empress, Gasparilla's Weekend is a massive annual pirate fest on the last Saturday of January, celebrating the legend of Pirate Jose Gaspar. Usually has a game on it or around it. What? Oh, is that why they're called the Buccaneers? Yeah, Hayden's like, oh. And I'm also like, oh. I thought they were just like a coastal team and pirates are kind of fun. What is a Buccaneer? Leafs did not do great in the second period, let's be honest. But they're only down 1-0. Because Dennis Hildeby has been very sharp. Heather the Avs fan gifted 10 SDPN memberships. You beauty! If you got an SDPN membership from Heather, you say thank you, and now you get access for free for a month to SDP VIP. A Buccaneer is a great price for corn, says WMC Duff. That got... I wish you could have heard the giggle that got from producer Hayden. That tickled him pink. That's a good one. That was good. Hello, Steve from Halifax, Nova Scotia. This team is giving me a headache. Ah! I agree. The Leafs are They're getting chances. Just it's not enough. It's not enough. They were just showing the graphic. Who is tying it, Steve? David Owens asking the good questions. Willie. William. Puck is dropped. Habs win it and dump it. Shots officially 23-10 for Montreal. They gave him a shot. And here's Suzuki almost got the 24th. Domi attacking the point. Causes a turnover. He might get a break here. Max Domi shoots. Oh, not able to bury that. Matthews collects it in the neutral zone. Riley. Dakota Joshua loses the puck. Habs through the neutral zone. That's Texier. Stolen off by Waugh. Hands it to McMahon. Get that shot. Oh, Dakota Joshua almost buries that. I don't know if Domi's shot counted as a shot. So my McMahon dream might be alive still. It has not counted as a shot yet. I think he missed high. Oh, Willie. Dumped. So McMahon's off the ice. My pick is not looking good. But if Willie can get a point here, that'd be great for me. Leafs dump it. Dobish. Josh Anderson. Here comes Evans with speed. Here come all the Habs with speed. He drops back. Cycles. Dobson jumps up. Myers tries to pin him. Hands it off. Shot. Easy glove save for Dennis Hildeby, who looks real comfortable in there. Ontario's most haunted. I'm going to be going to Quiznos tomorrow for the first time. What should I try? Hashtag Fat Guy Corner. Hashtag Mad Dog Maddie. Hashtag Go Leafs Go. Man, I haven't been to a Quiznos in like at least 10 years. I don't know. Something with meat. And make sure you get a dip. Because that was the whole thing with Quiznos. Toasted tastes better and you get to dip it. Shot from the point. That goes wide. From Arbor Jackeye. Stetcher. Hustles up the ice. Gets it to Lorentz. Shot. That rides up Carrier's stick and out. So we'll get an ozone draw, which is always a good result for the fourth line. Habs are 0-9-2 in their last 11 road games versus Toronto. Holy cow. Last game they won in Toronto was in the Oh. Riley, that goes wide. OEL can't hold the zone. If he was right, he might have. Domi gets it deep for Matthews, who will battle noted diver Michael Matheson. Nice. Hustling. OEL gets it deep. Matthews behind the net. Bumps Dobson. Riley on! Gloved by Dovish. Face off in the Hab zone. Meme Empress. I'm a solid believer in people experiencing the Gasparilla game at least once. It's crazy for sure, but so fun. Well, I just found a new thing that I want to do, which is great. We should all want to do more things. Ozone draw. Habs come up with it. And Matheson airmails it. Is that just going to be icing, though? It is. 17-18 to go in the third period. Hayden goes, surprised he had the strength to get down the ice. Now, the Leafs don't have a shot on goal this period. McMahon is still on the board for final 20. He's not on the ice right now, though. Like, my priority is for the Leafs to win, so, like, I hope they get 10 shots right now, but Robert Beto, God, I miss Bertuzzi. Me too. It's a shame the Blackhawks are decent now. They're not trading them. Stetcher takes his man out. Cowan gains center and dumps it. Man, what line should come out next? I bet the third line. Here come the Habs 3-on-2. Hudson. McCabe directs him wide. Kapanen holds the line. Kapanen, it stays in. That's off. That's off. They call offside. 16:30 to go in the third. Ooh, Magic Mudkip says Leafs will win this game. Bold. Great name. 2,100 people in here. Still under 1,500 likes. We're almost there. We're 175 away. Get it up there. Stetcher's having a loving conversation with Mike Van Ryn. Third line is on the ice. Habs won the faceoff, though. That's bad. We don't like that. Benoit to Myers. Texier gets it. Benoit up the ice. McMahon dumped. Oh, Joshua blew a tire there. Leafs dump it. That'll be icing. The good news is McMahon is still on the ice. The bad news is he's going to go all the way down to the D zone. James Stemler. Remember when we were up shots at one point? The Leafs' start to this game was downright good. And it hasn't been great since. I wouldn't call it bad. But, like, the shots speak for themselves. They've been second best. Still within a shot, right? Still within a goal, but they've been second best. Leafs win that draw. Wah. Joshua. Wah. McMahon wasn't ready for the pass. Joshua runs Jack-Eye. Benoit into the glove of Dobish, and there's your first shot. It was going well wide. Son of a gun. Is that going to count as a shot? Surely, right? I never know. I never know the way they count anything in the NHL. This all because we didn't score on our first shot. True. That'd be crazy to go from scoring on your first shot for 4 straight games and then getting shut out. I can say it. Habs fans can't. Matthews wins the ozone draw. Riley. OEL. Riley. At the side of the net, Domi hits the side of the net. Domi behind him for Matthews. Matthews gets it. Oh! Hits his man hard. Tries to get Domi for the one-timer. Doesn't work. Matthews collects it in the neutral zone. To Domi. Dumped down the ice. Josh Anderson's going to beat that. OEL takes it off him with ease. Matthews gets it to Riley. Riley to Domi. It's off target, though. Good work from OEL. Sit down, guy in the front row. Nice. With Domi. Chips it in on Dobish. Leafs trying to get a change in here. There's Lawton on. McCabe. Out of the zone. Stetcher has it. A little over 5 minutes gone in the third here. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. This is presented by Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Is making the playoffs and performing poorly better than not making the playoffs at all? Yes. What? Yes. Winning is better than losing, definitely. Pass off target. Hudson collects it. Leafs take it off him. Robertson off the glass and out. Robertson, McCabe, Stetcher. Off target for Lawton. Here comes Hudson again. Can't quite get it to Suzuki. Taken off of Suzuki. Habs still with it. They're dogged on the puck. Stetcher. Speaking of dogged on the puck, gains center and dumps it as the Leafs change. Leafs could be the worst looking team in the league, but if they win the cup, like, man, these guys are the worst cup champions ever. Cool. That makes it funnier. Oliver Kapanen creates a turnover. Oh! Hildeby, what a save on Texier. Wow. He doesn't have a goal as a Hab yet. He was pretty close there. 1,383 likes. Steve Dangle here. SDPN YouTube channel. Hayden, who's tying it? Nick Robertson. Lorentz banging and crashing in the corner. Lawton causing chaos in front. And Robertson's just going to find it and bury it. Is this the producer Hayden game? I think it is. Steve, if the Leafs score more goals than the Habs, is that enough to beat them? You know? Maybe. Maybe. Could they? Maybe. We're at 1,407 likes. Big fan, big fan. Jets Oilers tonight. Wild Canucks tonight. Boy, things sure seem to be changing in Vancouver quick, eh? Like this Quinn Hughes stuff. I wonder if he gets dealt before the deadline. Hayden goes, he's going to look great next to Jonas Brodin. Hayden, does Jonas Brodin make Team Sweden? You heard that discussion on the pod? He said the fact that we were like, oh, I don't know. He's like, you guys need to watch more Minnesota Wild hockey. That's insane. I'm pretty sure I had him. Got it. Hayden's comparing Brodin to Slavin. Said he's not as good, but he's like similar type of player, which is valid. Cowan to OEL. Whoa! Blasts it wide. Nice little chance, though. Put that on net there, Oliver. Wah. Shot! OEL blocked. Wah. They've changed up the lines a little. Wah. McCabe on! Dobish stops that through traffic. That's Cowan with Wah and Joshua. Yeah, like you've won 3 straight with these lines, but you don't have a goal tonight, so no problem switching that up. Not to mention the Habs have been like pretty hard matching in certain situations. Matthews can't get the puck to a friendly stick. Nyes, though. Rims it around. Rings it around. Nice! Oh, Domi. That was a good pass, but into the feet. Matthews. Deep for Nyes. Domi. Matthews. Habs are all over him tonight. Stetcher. Pass off target. Hudson. 11:30 to go in the first. Nope. 11:30 to go in the third. Icing against Montreal. 11:24 to go. Oh, call. Is this too many men? Oh, no. Berube looks furious. Who did it? Bobby was already moved off his line. Camera goes to him. Cowan's going to serve it, but that doesn't mean it was him. Three. Oh, my God. Ugh. Hudson. Habs power play is the difference in this game. And they almost get another right there. There have been no 5-on-5 goals tonight. Just a Habs power play goal. That's it. Down low. Suzuki. Quarter killed. Hudson. Suzuki. Caulfield. Suzuki. Shoots! Stopped by the elbow of Hildeby. Lawton couldn't get there in time. Demidov. Oh my gosh. Slavkovsky. They pass it so well. Intercepted by Lorentz. Partial 2-on-1. Slavkovsky. Great defensive play. Here comes Montreal again. It's a 4-on-2. It's Caulfield. Shoots. Stopped. And Lawton goes straight after Demidov. Trying to draw him into a penalty. It's not going to work. If Billy Smith can score, so can the Beast. I'd love that. Let's try jinxing this again. 0 combined home goals in Toronto, Ottawa, and Tampa. 15 shots through the third. I know it's bad. But, also, that's spilled milk. They've gotten at least 5 shots this period. The third period is already better than the second. The second was awful. It's spilled milk. Let's win a game here, Shots, I believe, are 5-5 in the third. Matthews wins that draw. Habs come up with it, though. Texier. Dobson. One-timer! That's blocked and out of play. That was Kapanen. 10:07 to go in the third period. 43 seconds to go in this power play. We're so close. By the way, 14:36 are the likes. Daniel Bryan, get him up. Yes. Nick Waugh for the draw. He wins it. Can McCabe get it out? He does. 35 seconds to go in this kill. Under half a period to go, though. 2,500 viewers. Welcome if you are joining us. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Leafs on the penalty kill for the next 20 seconds or less. Habs with it behind the net. Great stick by Waugh to Lawton. He's got a clean break. Lawton scores! A slapper from Lawton. Short-handed. And the Leafs tie the game here on Saturday night in the third. Old school, a thing of beauty. Scott Lawton, the Leaf, has arrived. Somehow the straw that stirs the drink. This guy is unbelievable. That was a great stick from Waugh. Bang! What a rocket from Lawton. They might review Waugh for the high stick. I don't think so. Rusty Mitchell, it worked. It absolutely did. That Selly hits harder than rock. 9:32 to go in the third. We got a brand new game on a Saturday night. Toronto and Montreal. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. It's not even challengeable? Good. I don't give a damn. Get the likes to 1967 and stop. I agree. Just got home from dinner. Did I miss anything? Oh, says Bayloust. Face off at center ice. Drop the puck. Okay, the goal counts. Good. There's still time left in this Habs power play. It's done now. 4 shots. OEL to Riley. Cowan shoots. That's blocked. Bouncing puck. Is that 3 straight games with a goal for Lawton? I think it is. His first goal 3 games ago. Steve, you need a red light for behind you for goals. I am open to it. Riley all the way down the ice. No icing, though. Gallagher, gains center, dumps it. Oh, baby. A slap shot, shorthanded on the breakaway into that Selly. I wish I could grind that and drink it in the morning instead of coffee. That's real close to a high stick for Waugh, but they didn't call it. So, kiss my bum. Oh, it's close. I don't know how you possibly overturn that, though. It's close. Whatever. Hey, Steve, Graham from Guelph. We got this. Let's go, Graham. Domi. Yeah, I'll give you that, Hayden. He goes, I got the line right. Yeah, sure, here's special teams. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Bolduc can't center it. McMahon. Oh, boy, big battle behind the Leafs net here. Don't lose your man. Benoit. Taken down, stays with it. Where the hell's the puck? There it is. Willie battling for it. Willie to JT. Oh, get it to Willie. Get it to Willie. He can't. JT swats it into the corner. Oh, Willie would have been gone. Good stick there from JT. Lot of board battles. McMahon tries to kick it. So this is McMahon with Tavares and Willie. I don't know if Cowan's had a bad game, though. I wonder if he's with the third line here. Let's see. Yeah, looks like it. Cowan with Waugh, and I assume Joshua, which we saw earlier tonight. Turnover. A Cowan. Joshua. Oh, my goodness. What a save from Jakub Dobish. Robs Dakota Joshua. How does that stay out? 7:22 to go in the third. What a stop. Wow. Oh, it hit him in the face. It hit him in the face and dropped into his equipment. That's using your head. What a stop from Jakub Dobish. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. This is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Right over here, you'll see a picture of Lou Lamoriello. That is because Adam Wilde and Alan Walsh, who is an NHL agent, they have a show called Agent Provocateur. Many of you know that already. They interviewed Lou Lamoriello on Friday, and we will be dropping that full podcast tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern right here on our YouTube channel. Also on the Agent Provocateur Spotify. Also on Apple. Anywhere you get podcasts. Lou. On our network. Imagine that. Giggling Cat says, look how easy it is to make Steve happy. Way to Leafs. And I second getting the likes to 1967. I've got more subs if we do. Ooh, extra incentive to get it up there. Get it up, get it up, get it up, babe. We're at 1,500, hey, and 66. Can Lawton be the Leafs' Ernie Clement? Vibes and clutch. Also, I miss Ernie Clement. Damn. That's not a terrible comparison at all. Scott Lawton loves to score freaking goals, dude. Are we about to get to? We're at 1,600 likes. Uh-oh. Hayden is still flabbergasted by how much of a rock star goal that is. 3 goals on 4 shots in his last 3 games. I think it's sustainable. 7:22 to go in the third. Domi on the draw. What is this? Oh, it's still Domi with Matthews and Nyes. Domi just took the draw. Sorry, I saw Domi in the middle again, and I went, what? No! I thought we were done with this. Oh, no! Matthew Nyes might have just saved a goal. Cole Caulfield was alone in front. Hoy. Habs with it at the point. Slaff. On! That goes wide. Matthews. Good defensive effort. To OEL. Around to Riley. Nyes tips it. No icing. 6:35 to go in the third. We miss Lott so much in Philly. He seems so great. Cowan. Can't quite get it to Joshua. Here comes Gallagher and Evans. Gallagher. One-timer. Whiffed on. Partial 3-on-2 here for the Leafs. Cowan gains the zone. Cowan leaves it for McCabe. Behind the net for Wah, who puts it a little too hard for Joshua. Ooh, Cowan. In front! Joshua! Oh, he got tied up. Did he draw a penalty? He did. With 5:40 to go in the third, the Leafs are about to get a power play, and the Leafs are trying to drain the clock here. Willie with it in his own zone, the neutral zone. They gain the zone. Tavares. Willie, his pass is picked off by Demidov. And is that Arbor Jackeye? It's a hook on Dakota Joshua, but he might have stopped a goal. The Leafs power play has been abysmal lately. Lately especially. The Leafs have a 5-on-5 goal tonight. Montreal does not. Montreal has a power play goal. The Leafs do not. You score here. It's the third period. There's not a lot of time left. You take the lead. I don't need to tell you how big this is. Oh, yeah, you're right. The Leafs goal was shorthanded. Okay. New narrative. The power play cannot let the penalty kill outscore it. You're right, Hayden. There's still no 5-on-5 goal tonight. My bad. Is Lou the scariest man in the NHL? Oh, damn. Hayden says no, Dean Evison exists. What is it with him? Why do his eyes do that? Thank you, Jakob Dobish, so much for my 4-2 game. Says Marshall. 1,643. We're almost at 1967 likes. We're doing well. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. The stream is brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Other crazy eyes, Bill Zito or Dean Evison? Dean Evison. Bill Zito does have some. What are those? What's the animal that has like the enormous eyes? Leafs, power play. 0 for 2 tonight, one shot. Now, one of those was cut short. Willie feeds OEL at the point, across to Matthews. Cowan stays with it. OEL can't hold the line there. 1:45 to go in this power play, 5:10 to go in the third. Jake Evans, real good at penalty killing. Very aggressive. Willie to Cowan. Cowan taken down. Here's Josh Anderson. Get out of here, you friggin' frack. That's a guy who has some experience trying not to swear. Matthews, Tavares, Willie. One-timer! Oh, that came out of nowhere. Matthews, that was blocked by Oliver Kapanen. OEL loses the zone. Willie gains the zone. JT to Willie. Willie spins off of Matheson. Willie behind the net. He tried to get Cowan. Stays alive with OEL, though. Couldn't get it to Willie. Matheson hard around. Leafs can't pinch the boards. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. 30 seconds to go in this Leafs power play. Paul Maurice or Dean Evison? I'm still going to say Evison. But who would win in a fight? Like, I don't know. Probably Paul Maurice. Nice. Is out there with Domi, Robertson, Riley, Waugh. Nice move by Waugh. Riley, 10 seconds to go here. Domi, Riley. That goes wide of the net. Robertson. Domi directing traffic. Domi. That's deflected. Robertson still has it. Riley. On! That was high. Riley. Jake McCabe comes on. Oh, wow. Almost had a clear path there. Dobson is sucking wind. Nice. Wah. Can't get it on. Hudson gets there. Evans. And the Habs dump it so they can get a little change in there. Hildeby. Hard around. Oh, I didn't think you needed to do that there, Beast. Oh, you had guys. Montreal gets it deep. Lawton after it. Leafs put it behind their own net. McCabe. Lawton. Fortuitous bounce to McMahon. Goes around Hudson. Dobish covers it up. Ooh. Super Kane says, I'm from the future. Cowan scores 2-1 final. Watch. Ooh. Big Eyes, are you thinking of a kinkajou? Lemur-ish. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I was about to Google it, and I'm like, it's 2:26 to go in the third period of a tied game. Leafs-Habs. Maybe I should focus. We're almost at 1,700 likes. Oliver Kapanen off the ice with an equipment issue. Oh, skate blades come off. They change it? Oh, he blocked Matthews one-timer and it screwed his skate up. Ozone draw. Habs win it. Domi is just a way more effective player on the wing. Night and day. Habs at the point. Dobson. Riley around for Domi. Doesn't get it. Dobson bothered by Domi. Matthews off the glass and out. Nyes is going to battle for it. Nyes is taking on 4 guys at once. The 4 guys come up with it. 1:45 to go in the third. Deep in the Leaf zone. McCabe. He's got Slaff on him. Stetcher. Off the boards. McMahon. Can't get it out. Now the Leafs get it out. Willie drops it for McCabe. Dobish has to cover it up. That's a nice play from McCabe. Get the ozone draw here. 1:18 to go in the third. One drop of water. That was enough. That'll get me through the next 1:18 and maybe more. John Tavares on the draw. Can't quite come up with it. It's Tavares, Matthews, Nylander out there. Bouncing puck handled by Hildeby. And unfortunately, that'll be a draw in the Leaf zone. 1:09 to go in the third. Yeah, that's a surprisingly tricky save there for Hildeby. Sometimes you forget the puck's made of rubber, eh? 1 goal on 31 shots tonight. He's given you every opportunity to stay in this game. Oh, the Habs calling a timeout here with the ozone draw. Stetcher, McCabe out there. Well, I mean, the shutdown pair is McCabe and whoever's playing with him, right? Was the camera just on a guy in a Carl Pilash jersey? Did you also think Carl Pilash? Because the name ended with an R, and the number I think was 29. What number did he wear as a Leaf? It's 29. That might be a Carl Pilash jersey. That might be Carl Pilash. All right. Leafs win the draw. And they airmail it. Dobson gets it in the neutral zone. Almost cleaned out by JT there. Hard around. Stetcher reads it. Slows it down with his feet. McCabe bumps Caulfield. It's at the side of the net. Matthews with it. 45 seconds to go in the third. Willie, swatted away from him. The Habs sticks have been so good tonight. Right around their blue line. Willie can't catch up to that puck. Matheson dumps it. Hildeby leaves it. 25 seconds to go in the third. Riley off the glass. Is that not a hand pass? Evans touched that in the neutral zone. All right. 10 seconds to go in the third. Habs get it deep. They blew the whistle. Did that hit the Jumbotron? Oh, offside. Slow Loris has huge eyes and is one of 2 venomous animals. Can Steve name the other? Isn't the platypus venomous? I got it? Toronto Zoo, baby. Watching from Newfoundland. Domi's at 1C. LOL, just K. Love the pod. Or just joking. Stop it. Justin Fisher saying you're thinking of a Tarsier? Anyway, the game is going to overtime. There's 2,900 people in here, and I'm talking about animals. Tarsier. Oh, yeah, that's definitely what I'm talking about. Tarsier. Terrifying. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. This stream is brought to you by Ballybet, Sportsbook and Casino. Allow me to tweet overtime. They're showing Joshua's reaction to that crazy save from Jakub Dobiš to keep this game at 1-1. It's a one-timer. Joshua got him right in the mask. And despite that, there was no rebound. It just drops right into his equipment. Make your picks. Josh Anderson is the free space, right? And Willie. Willie has trimmed his beard. Giggling Cat is going to be gifting SDPN memberships if we get to 1,667 likes. We're just about 200 shy. Hayden says, surprised you're not taking the Habs franchise leader and OT winners. Is that Caulfield? He has 11. He's disgusting 3-on-3. Most in Habs history. I can't believe it's only 11. I guess they were so dominant their games didn't go to overtime. Yeah. I need some JT overtime points for fantasy. Did y'all see Nate Dogg's OT winner? I did. That boy is sick. Leafs win the overtime opening draw. Willie, Matthews, McCabe. Is McCabe, I think, going off the ice? Yes. Riley's out there now. Willie gains the zone slow, leaves it for Austin. It's read well by Suzuki, auditioning for Team Canada. Riley with it now. Riley gets it back. Austin, oh, it's in the corner. Behind the net for Willie, though. Hard all the way around. He passes to Dennis Hildeby at the other end of the ice as Matthews and Willie will probably sub off here. Hildeby right up the ice to Tavares. Gains the zone. Dangles. Matheson all over him. They both fall. Tavares stays with it. He holds on and retreats to the neutral zone. To OEL. To Tavares. Oh. Some open space for JT. Matheson loses his stick. Take advantage. Nice. What a move. Come on! Tavares is going to go for a change. McCabe's on the ice. Nyes retreats to the leave zone. Demidov tried to create a turnover there. Didn't quite work. Matthews back out there to McCabe. Nyes leaves. I think, is that Willie or Domi? That's Willie. Willie, Leafs have had a lot of the puck. Not a lot of doing anything with it. Robert Bett saying time for Willie to show up. 3:05 to go in overtime. McCabe. To Willie. Shot! Stopped by Dobiš. Here come the Habs. Riley and Matthews stopping a 3-on-2. It's Slaff! Stopped by Hildeby! Is this going to be a break for Willie? It's going to be a break for Willie and Austin! Willie! Shot! Stop by Dobish. Texier accidentally knocks it loose. Get off the ice. What does that change? Domi creates a turnover here on Hudson. He's got Nyes. He's got Riley. Shoot. Oh, he misses wide. Don't create an opportunity for them. Domi beats Suzuki to the puck, but Suzuki ends up with it. Caulfield. Oh, steered wide by Hildeby. 2:05 to go in overtime. Matheson. Caulfield. Stopped by the blocker of Hildeby and out of play. Boy. That's 3-on-3, baby. A lot of nothing, then something. Shoo! Burger Boy, I was there for it. I came here for more stress, apparently. Oh, you were at the the Florida game, the 7-6 Florida game. 6-7. Steve, did you see the Panthers 6-7 game tonight? I sure did. Face off in the Leaf zone. Tavares wins it. It's Tavares, Lawton, and OEL. I mean, Lawton's got your only goal. Why not? Minute 48 to go in overtime. Lawton with speed. He goes around everyone. Oh, knocked off his stick by Matheson. Tavares, good battle. He's got two guys, though, and the two guys win. It's Caulfield, and he's got Matheson with him 2-on-2. Caulfield curls back. Cowan is out there now for the Leafs and OEL. Suzuki to Matheson. Cowan is guarding Caulfield. Minute 12 to go in overtime. Thank you, Logan. Habs skating around the neutral zone. Holds it. Matheson going up the right wing. Attacking OEL. Oh, what a stop from Hildeby! That hit a skate, squirted loose. The shot from Matheson, the noted diver. And what a stop from Hildeby. That was a great move there from Lawton earlier. But again, swatted away. Oh. Great stop from the Hildebeest. 50.4 seconds to go in this overtime. It's Matthews, and he wins the draw. Matthews with Willie and McCabe around for Austin. Austin gains the zone. Austin spins. Austin holds. Hands to Willie. Great strength from Willie. Riley out there now. Austin. Riley's at the net. Willie curls back. Willie shoots. Stopped by Dobish. We'll get an ozone draw with 13.9 to go in overtime. I don't know if I've ever streamed a shootout. I don't remember the last time I streamed a shootout. Yeah, Hayden hasn't. You haven't done a road game? Timeout for the Leafs. 13.9 seconds. Might as well. Ozone draw. Good stuff. Yep. How little time would have to be left on the clock for me to pull the goalie? 2 seconds. Because if I'm not mistaken, if you pull the goalie in overtime and the other team scores, you lose your point. It happened to Minnesota. That's right. 3 forwards. Is that what Craig Simpson just said? We got Austin. Come on. Tavares and Willie. JT wins it. Oh, no, it goes backwards. Suzuki in a foot race with Austin. Suzuki's wide. Austin with the poke check. There's still 5 seconds. A shot from Matheson is blocked. The Leafs survive. And we are going to the shootout. 3,300 of you in here. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. This is brought to you by Bally Bet Sportsbook and Casino. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. We are at 1,836 likes. Giggling Cat has promised to gift some memberships if we get up to 1,967 likes. She says, everyone minimize the chat and click like. Stop when you see 1,967 likes. Come on, it's funny. Do it for the meme. I agree. Who are my 3 shooters? I mean, Willie, Austin, I think are the free spaces. A lot in Clapbomb would be amazing. Domi's pretty good in the shootout. But you know who I don't think in his NHL career has ever shot in the shootout? But he probably would have shot a bunch in junior is Easton Cowan. I believe this is the Leafs' first shootout of the season. That's a very good point, Hayden. There's not a long book on Cowan, right? Would the Habs even know? Like, he could have done the same move in junior over and over and over again. Would the Habs even know that? Very good point. Hildeby, spectacular tonight. Absolutely spectacular. Dobish. Less busy, but equally spectacular. That's why we're here. Dobish had the save of the game with that mask save on Joshua, and then in overtime, Hildeby stepping up with the pad save. Willie is your first shooter. Obviously, the Leafs shooting first. We have passed 1967. Here comes Willie. Up the middle. The move. Forehand. Stopped by the pad of Dobish. Lawton for the vibes. I don't even disagree. Wow, that was close. Dobish barely. Oh. Barely got his pad on that. The first shooter from Montreal is Cole Caulfield. Caulfield. Up the right. Slow. Cuts to the middle. Roofs it. Habs go up 1-0. Don't spoil it for me, Hayden. How dare you? Heather the Avs fan gifted 10 SDPN memberships, and Giggling Cat, as promised, gifts 50 SDPN memberships, you beauty. Austin Matthews comes up the right. Oh, tucks it. 5-hole backhand. Someone just throw a hat on the ice. It's tied. In order for it to be a real tie, Hildeby's got to make a save here. Also acceptable, Texier missing. Now, Texier does this weird little poke thing, 5-hole. Oh, someone just threw a water bottle on the ice. What are we doing, guys? Watch for the weird little poke check. I know it has a name. I forget what it is. Goes up the right. He's going to cut back to the middle. And he did it! And he scored! I told you! Alexander Texier. Of all people. How many games has he even played this season? How many games has he even played the last, 5 years? And I know what his shootout move is. And an NHL goalie doesn't. I'm furious. John Tavares. Up the middle. JT is stopped by Dobish. And that'll be a win for the Montreal Canadiens. Dennis Hildeby is beaten more times in the shootout than he is all third period, second period, first period, and overtime. It's a crappy way to go down, but the Leafs get a point. Habs get 2. Montreal wins this Saturday. Dobish didn't even know that he had stopped it. Francois Labelle, congratulations. And thank you for sending 5 SDPN memberships. We're at 1991 likes. Get me to 2,000, so I feel like we gained something tonight. Jakub Dobish has had a really bad last month. That was a really good game. That was a really good game from the youngster. Francois Labelle said cheaper tonight. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Leafs get a point. You take any point you can get, but you give the Habs 2 points in the process, which is no bueno. So Hayden, you're editing LFR tonight, right? Oh, Drew is editing it. Well, so you don't know this. Drew hates games like this. And the reason for that is there were 2 goals scored all night. And then the shootout. So what happens is I go, this is going to be a short video. And inevitably, I stretch for time every single time, and it ends up being like 20 minutes. So I'll try not to do that to drive you friggin' nuts. How many shots missed the net tonight? Riley needs a new stick blade, says Row Live. We can't actually get an answer to that. Actually, no, we can't. I was going to use NHL.com. Blocks, it has. Leafs had 8 block shots. Habs had 11. The shot attempts, I think, look on the Leafs a little more kindly than the actual shots on goal, which has been their MO since Berube came on board last year. But at the end of the day, 34-23 are the official shots on goal. The Habs sticks were very good tonight. You're absolutely right. The second period was awful. Habs outshot the Leafs 9-7 in the first. That's all right. Habs outshot the Leafs 14-3 in the second. That can't happen. Leafs outshot the Habs 10-8 in the third. All right. Shots were 3-3 in overtime. Chloe Kelly, hell of a goalie duel. I agree. Man, it's... Hildeby's save percentage was at .919 heading into this game. It went up with this game, and he still has just 1 win in 8 games this season. Now, he didn't start all 8. His record is officially 1-2-2 now. Man, you want your goalie to give you a chance to win. The Hildebeest is giving you a chance to win every night. Every night. I believe that move from Texier is called the Texier poke. He scored it. Like, I just Googled it. There's a Facebook video called Alexandre Texier. He did it again. Alexandre. That's his move. Oh, my God. There's a Sportsnet video for me. Alexandre Texier scored a shootout goal so sweet it made Oh, it was in hat picks. The French poke. The French poke. Because he's from France. Sorry. That needs a new name. Here's the problem, Hayden. That's been the name for many years. It's established. You don't get a redo. Yeah, once we have French kiss meaning what it means, French poke is, yeah. Yeah, but you know hockey guys are like, that's sick. Patrick Brisebois says, ha ha ha. No, you. No, you. When did Matthews turn into David Steckel? Ah, man. Lawton outplayed Matthews. Matthews has not been his best this season. I'm not watching the same game you are. Habs did a really good job on him tonight. They did a really good job on him. I didn't think he had a bad game. I didn't. They were all over him. Hildeby had a .971 save percentage. Lost. Right. Well, I have a problem with the 3 stars of the game, by the way. On NHL.com, it's Jakub Dobish, the winning goalie, as 3rd star. Dennis Hildeby made more saves as the 2nd star. Cole Caulfield, 1st star, with a power play goal. There were 2 goals in this game, and he had the least impressive one. Otten scored a clapper shorthanded to tie it. What are you talking about? Oh. Hayden saying he scored a goal on the better of 2 goalies. That's fair. From credentialed reporter Jesse, Riley missed 5 shots tonight. Riley does have to hit the damn net. Oh. Brendan Batchelor reporting. Brendan Batchelor is a play-by-play voice of the Canucks for Sportsnet 650. Elias Pettersson left warm-up early, and then he said, stand by. You can't tweet it like that. He didn't put the eye emojis in there. I mean, it's not like, oh, he's injured. Dan Murphy tweeted he's not injured. Friggin' Twitter sucks so much. I would love to get a tweet that just happened. I'm going to spend all day tomorrow reading tweets from tonight. Elon, for many reasons, fix your shit. Like, you stink. I can change it to show me more recent instead of popular. I go to my following tab. I'll do this off cam where I don't sound like a boomer. Okay. Yeah, it's stupid that it's not a default. Francois Labelle says the freedom poke. As a Panthers fan, wishing for the good old days with Toronto and Florida in the standings instead of these wannabes. Damn! Speaking of the standings, let's have a gander. And the Leafs get their 30th point. I believe, did they pass Ottawa tonight? Their record is identical, 13-11-4. They also have 9 regulation wins each. The Leafs have 13 regulation or overtime wins, which I believe is the second tiebreaker. So the Leafs are above Ottawa. They're 1 point back at Detroit, 2 points back at Columbus. The team you need to catch, ironically, is Montreal, and you lose a point on them tonight. So that's unfortunate. The magic number to get in right now is 33. There's 3 teams with 33 points. It's both wildcard teams and the Habs. What'd you see, Hayden? What'd you see? Woolstat just got a penalty for dumping somebody? He pulled a Hasek? What's it like to be on the other end of the Hasek there, Hayden? It's fun to watch your hockey team play games now when they're not regionally restricted. Why on earth would the Minnesota regional restrictions is so archaic? Hayden, I'm going to go shoot the LFR video. Leafs lose 2-1 in the shootout to the Montreal Canadiens. Sad about it. And we're going to talk about it on LFR on the Steve Dangle YouTube channel tonight and tomorrow, right here on the SDPN YouTube channel at 6 p.m. Eastern. A brand new episode of Agent Provocateur with special guest Lou Lamoriello. Look at us. Look at us. For tonight, as Jesse Blake likes to say, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be with us. There's a lot of options in the hockey world. So whenever you choose to be here, it warms our hearts. And we try to put on a good show for you. We try to do right by you. And we try to give you a good night. Because you deserve a good night. On a Saturday, no less. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching this live stream brought to you by Bally Sportsbook and Casino. Click like if you like this stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. I love you too. And Lou Lamoriello is going to be on this YouTube channel tomorrow because life is absurd.